call from an inmate at the El Paso County Criminal Justice System.
I'm very like fashion. 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 I'm very like fashion.
These ninjas keep coming in my room, and they force me to braid my hair and join the Mexican Mafia, but I don't want to be in there, but they had me put my hair in like 1,000 braids, and they wouldn't leave my room until I hate you back to other interest. Okay, bye.
Well, hello, everyone. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you so much, excuse me, for being here. I'm so glad to see everybody. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday, and it's might just be getting a little bit better. Tonight, we have more calls with Tisha. Everybody's, yikes, she's a mess. Okay, now I will tell you about, I'm going to just give you a tiny little bit of what you can expect tonight. Because I think y'all will want to stick around. And if you have some friends who you think would enjoy this, now is the time to go get them. Okay. There's a new character that enters the chat. That's number 1. It gets very uncomfortable. That's number 2. And number 3 is Tisha is about to stand on business, y'all. We're about to get some answers to some questions about one very specific thing, not related to the crime or anything like that. This is all after the fact, or, stuff that we learned after the fact, like while she's being held, awaiting trial. It has nothing to do with the crime or anything like that. It's just, when we get there, I'll point it out to you. All right. Then there's a couple of other things I want to say, and then we'll get started. I'll bring Allie up here and we will get right into it. Okay. So this time, when I did the calls, I reached out to Arctic Fox True Crime. I will add his link in the description after the live. That is the one thing I forgot to do. However, if you don't know, Arctic Fox True Crime does missing persons cases, all missing persons cases, kids, adults, elderly people, from all over. And he does a very, very good job. He goes and finds like additional details and stuff like that. And he's very good about updating. So if you see, like you watch his community posts, he'll post missing people, but he'll also update if they've been found and located safe and stuff like that. So I just wanted to brag on him because I think that he does an amazing job just bringing awareness to missing people. And it's not just, all the cases that are making headlines. These are cases that are getting like no attention. So I reached out to him and I asked him if it would be okay if I used some of his missing persons posters. And he very generously said yes and sent them to me. So tonight's missing persons posters are all from Arctic Fox True Crime. And I will, once I bring Allie up and start the calls or whatever, I'll go get his link and add it to the description and put it in the chat because I want everybody to go and subscribe to him. Okay. Also, just really quickly, Bedtime Books with Bendy is back Wednesday, 9 p.m. That's when the new book and episode will drop. I will do a little promo on YouTube, but I'll do an extended special video about the case that that's based on the book we're gonna read for the Patreon members. Okie dokie, artichokes. Now, without further ado, let me bring up the one, the only, your friend and mine, Allie Erickson. Hi, babe.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, it's Kathy's birthday. Oh, let me
happy
wish
birthday,
Kathy.
Kathy.
All right,
Kathy?
Kathy 4.
Ooh, happy birthday, Kathy.
Happy birthday, Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kathy 4. Happy birthday to you.
Perfect.
All right. So, are we ready to get into it?
Oh, we're so ready.
Why are you eating? It sounds yummy. What is that? What's the snack?
I'm not eating. I'm just trying to organize the kids' plates. That I just made taquitos and corn, white and yellow corn.
Oh, fancy taquitos, huh?
Yeah, just air fryer taquitos and corn, steamable corn.
What in the actual? Who's doing this? Who's telling me it's Kathy's birthday, then making me sing, and it's not even her birthday?
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. You could hear that. I was putting the corn in their bowls. Sorry.
No, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a bad thing. No, I know for somebody as old as I am, I'm surprised I can hear too. And it's not even because I'm that old. I got a birthday coming up in a couple months, but mainly because I listen to music from the very beginning of my days loud. And so my mom's always said, you're going to ruin your ears. You're going to ruin your hearing. And I'm like, I don't care, Mom, because when I'm old, I'm not going to care. I don't care now, and I'm not going to care. It's important. Louder is better. So, yeah, I think, I want to let everybody know that I'm getting back to the Patreon. And I got other stuff that I'm working on, too, that's just going to be on Patreon. So there you have it. Also, yes. Also, for you guys who like Sarah Boone, I mean, not her as a person, but just like the coverage or whatever, the topic, the behavior panel went ahead and analyzed Sarah Boone's cross-examination on the stand, and it is so good. So I'm going to, we're going to talk about that tomorrow night. Okay, don't get
it's her testimony they went over.
Yes, not even her direct exam. And see, this is what I like about the behavior panel because they know how to do it. When you're on direct as a defendant, you have been spoken to. There's coaching, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything against it. You should prep your client. I would want to be prepped. I would never testify on my own behalf, but if I absolutely had to, I would want to be prepped. So what Owens did is, is not a bad thing, but you're prepped for that. What you're not prepped for, what you can't prep completely for, is cross-examination. And so I think that by them showing the cross, that's where you get, you see all the things. Well, somebody here, right? I'll tell you how it started. I was just looking over in the chat, and it said, Where is it? I will show you right here where I found it because it made me right here. Happy birthday, Kathy 4. That's where I saw it. I can't say that's where it started, but for me, that's where I saw it. And so I was like, oh, it's Kathy 4's birthday. Let me sing. Y'all stop doing that shit to me. Stop making me sing for these people that it's not their birthday. It's bad enough they have to listen to me ramble before we even get started. But then now you're making them listen to me sing. You guys are mean.
We love when you sing, though. That's why.
Oh gosh. All right. I'm only teasing, Brandy. I'm only teasing. I just saw your comment and I was like, oh, that's where it came from me though, because I was talking and then I glanced over at chat and I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. So, and now Brandy said Brandy saw it in the chat too. I don't know who the instigator was. Where's MK Leon? He's supposed to be in here regulating. All right. I'll have to get him later. All right. So are we ready to start with these calls? I'm going to assume that Allie is ready to start with these calls. That she's muted
I'm
because
ready.
she's dealing with the children's.
Yeah, I'm going outside now and I'm ready whenever you're ready.
What? Look at this, Allie. Sidebar. Has anyone tried the Shirley Temple 7-Up? No.
I have not tried it, but my mom told me about it and I want to try it.
I want to too. I love a Shirley Temple. All right. I'm going to have to get it. All right. Thanks for the heads up. All right. Yes. Okay, Lil Red, we'll get right to it. Lil Red says, yes, please. She has to leave soon. So we're going to get right into it. Here we go.
Hello? Hey, what you doing? Hey. Nothing. I'm taking a shower. Oh, I'm just pushing pee. I'm just playing. You're fun. Yeah. What'd you do today? Homework. Took baby to play. That's good. That's about it. Okay. Here's where I'm from. Oh, lordy. Did you listen to that song, Walking Free? No. You gotta work tomorrow? No. What? How'd you manage that? Because we're closed Sunday, Monday. You did what? We're closed Sunday, Monday. Oh, that's right. But you don't work on Fridays either, do you? We're open like every other Saturday. Oh, I got you. It makes sense. Well, I'll let you shower. I just wanted to tell you I love you so much and have a good night. I guess I can't get you tomorrow. Okay, I love you too. What's wrong? Nothing. Okay. I'll try to call you tomorrow if I get you. If not, I'll call you next day, okay? Okay, I love you. Okay, love you. Bye.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Okay, so these first few calls are kind of like that. They're just like little quickies. Let me get out my list to tell you guys exactly who called and when they called, and that's not the right list.
My mom called and it booted me.
Oh no.
Yeah. Then I missed everything, but I'm back.
It wasn't all that important. All it really was Letecia and Harley talking. There wasn't a whole lot for them to talk about because Harley had to go. Like the conversations, we've been listening for a very long time and they were already like awkward before. It's just going to get like more awkward. Okay.
Yeah.
So remember last time when we were on Allie's channel and Letecia was having roommate issues and we went and we looked at the jail records and all those things?
Yep.
Well, that situation about to rear its ugly head again.
Okay.
Only this time she's going to be talking to everybody's favorite Amy.
Oh, yay.
Mhm, yeah.
Hooray.
Hooray, it's Amy. All right, here we go.
Okay.
This one is like a little bit of, I think this one might be a little long, maybe 7 or 8 minutes.
Good morning. Hey, what's going on? Hey, not much. I wanted to apologize the other day. I kept trying to answer your call, but I ran out of money on my call account, so I had to wait for my husband to wake up so I could get money from him to put it on my account. I felt so bad.
Oh, it's okay. I called you on my free call today because I didn't know.
Yeah, I got money put on my account probably 3 hours after the last call from you the other day. He woke up before work, and I was like, can I bum like $10 off you? And I told him why. He was like, oh yeah, you should have woke me up earlier. I felt so bad.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you.
But what are you up to today?
I'm getting ready to shower and shave and watch TV.
You.
Are you having a good day so far?
Girl, there's some crazy stuff going on. I just
What's going on?
so I had to get a new Philly again.
Hold on a second, you guys.
Why?
Curious, Christine, babe, I can't find your question that you asked. Would you pretty please retype it and I'll answer you, I promise, if I know the answer. Okay, thank you.
Well, make a long story short, she kept passing shit out the doors, and the deputies kept coming to the door, was like, hey, there's been several reports about this, you need to stop doing this or whatever. So I said to her, I said, look, you got to remember she was involved in that whole thing with her glasses and the drugs, right?
Yep, I remember that.
And then she got pulled into a whole nother shakedown because, I guess people were hiding drugs in their chapsticks and stuff. And, when they came in our cells, literally tore our chapsticks apart, everything. She weren't in my cell then. But I said, listen, I know you think I'm paranoid or crazy, which I am a paranoid person. I always think people got stuff planted. I am like that, but I've been like that forever. I said, it takes away some of that if we aren't doing stuff like that. I said, y'all know I don't do that. I said, they can look at every report. Unless a deputy tells me that I can pass something, I don't do it. Unless a deputy tells me I could take a tablet somewhere, I don't do it. I said, so please, I'm asking you, just don't do that. I said, keep the heat off of me because they're always watching me, and I don't be breaking the rules like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, cool. So I didn't think there was any problem, whatever. Well, I put my headphones on and just keep listening to music or whatever. About 30 minutes later, a deputy comes and takes her out. And I'm looking at her. I'm looking at a deputy hey, I thought she was going to a professional.
Yeah.
So the deputy comes back to me and she's like, is everything okay? I was like, yeah, what do you mean? And I guess I had the headphones in, so I didn't hear what she said. But what she was basically doing was trying to manipulate housing because her girlfriend was downstairs. So she figured that was her. She figured that was her opportunity. Because she knows I treat her like my kid, you know what I mean? So, and I'm good to her. So she knew that, so I guess she was using that as an opportunity to move downstairs with her girlfriend. Well, girl, come to find out, the girlfriend and her had been planning this, and they had been cleaning at night. And remember, I tell you sometimes that people be doing some shady shit when they be cleaning. Well, they been cleaning at night, and they had been going to the shower, and apparently during dinner time, the girl came in our cell, and I didn't know this until someone else asked me what was that the deputy said. The other deputy said, they think I'm slick talking about her and the girl. I didn't know they were cleaning together for a reason. And I was like, hold up. I told that deputy, I said, look, I'm going to tell you right now. I said, y'all not getting me roped up in this stuff. I said, I already got roped up in stuff with Maddie. When there was nothing, I had nothing absolutely to do with that. I said, and she's my friend. And I was like, you have 1 minute remaining. I was like, and y'all saved me for that with her when there was absolutely nothing wrong. And I'm not even gay. So I was like, I'm not getting pulled into this with her because I know she does drugs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said, so I don't know what's going on, but there was never an issue between me and her. I said, as far as I know, she's just trying to get down there with her girlfriend. Well, then a deputy gets letters from the federal where she was passing notes to the girl, and they were like dirty sex letters and stuff.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, and so that just validates what I'm sitting here saying. Well, at first she weren't going to move her. She was going to move her downstairs, but then she can't move her downstairs because now she's hooking up with this girl. So they moved her across to the other ward.
Oh, dang.
And she's upset, starts crying. She puts on an Academy Award performance, like she's, crying or whatever. Like she pretty much won an Oscar. And it was.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
So basically, Leticia's lying her entire face off. Surprise, surprise. It's not sort of what happened, but Leticia conveniently left out the part where she took herself directly over to the kiosk, as it were, and authored a whole snitch report and ratted out her cellmate. So she left that part of the story out. I suppose those details don't actually matter. But yeah, she ratted her friend out, and that's why
Of course.
they're separated.
Do you have the thing up? Did that? Oh no, it did the 1 minute. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Then.
I will tell you though, there are a couple. Most of them are. They're not. Leticia doesn't hang up.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they're not.
Like
I mean,
out of
she
nowhere,
not like out of
mid-conversation.
nowhere. Right. She actually is like the call ends because they run out of time or money. So
Okay.
yeah. All right. So these first 1, 2, 3, 4 calls, we have one more with Harley, and then one with Amy. We have a couple more, like 4 altogether from March. And then for whatever reason, and I noticed this happened in the other calls too in April, that for whatever reason, Tisha doesn't call people on April Fool's Day. They always start on the 2nd. I mean, if she does, they're not available to us. So I think we might have had one from one of the years. I can't remember though. I feel like we didn't, because I feel like I remembered that for a reason. Probably made it up in my brain.
I could definitely not remember. I don't know about the other years, but yeah, it's pretty cool though that we have April too. Some April calls too. So
yeah, we have April, and then we still have a whole batch of calls, which, by the way, I couldn't remember if you downloaded both folders.
yes.
Oh, thank God, because I was thinking today, we only have those for access for 30 days. So today was the 30. It would have been, that's it. This is the last day to do it.
Oh wow.
And I
Okay.
wasn't sure. So I just went ahead and downloaded both folders all the way over again, just in case.
I still have the player open for both folders on my computer and refuse to shut it because I don't want to have to try to get back to it. I always have trouble trying to find it again. So I just leave it open.
Oh my God. It's so bad for your laptop. All right.
For my speed and stuff probably, but I'll close them after I just download some more, record some more. But
that player takes up a lot of memory when it's running like that. So I'll just make your stuff slow. That's all. Not really your internet or anything. You don't need the internet for that part.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it just takes up a lot of memory. All right, you guys, you ready for the next call?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
what's up?
Nothing. I just left the gym.
Went to the gym. Cool. What else you do today?
I worked all day.
Yeah. Get ready to wait on this new show coming on. It's called Name That Tune.
It's called Name That What?
Tune.
Oh.
So I guess they're gonna play a tune or something. You guys named a tune or something, I guess.
Oh.
Or kind of name that song or whatever.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why Letecia will always be the smartest person in every room, everywhere. Because who would have thunk Name That Tune would be some type of show that they play a part of a song and then you have to tell what the song is. Like, she just does not get enough credit. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what it's like, if it's worth watching or not. So I got this person in my room. Oh God, I was on a visit with Amy earlier, right? And she just runs out of the room with like no pants on.
What?
And she's like yelling at the top. And she asked me today when I went to bed. She goes, "Hey, do you think you can ask if they have any methamphetamines?" I was like, "Sure, I'll definitely ask for you." She's like, "Ask if they have marijuana or methamphetamines." Like, all right, I'll ask them and see what they say.
Oh gosh.
And I left and went on a visit today with Kyle and came back. And then everybody's like, she had a whole conversation with you for the whole 2 hours and you weren't there. And she was like, why aren't you talking to me? I was like, she saw me leave. They were like, well, she thought you were still. Oh my God. I just be die laughing. I just run down all my batteries because I have to keep my headphones in. Because I'd be like, oh God, help me.
That's funny.
She only gets in trouble because she be popping her tent up places. So like she'll just show up somewhere like she'll go to like Target parking lot and just pop her tent up and start sleeping. She did it at this church and the church was like, you can't be here, just popping up tents. So like she'd move to the next place. I just
That'd be
like
crazy.
laughing. I know, I'm like, yo. I was like, she talked the whole time about crazy stuff. And I just like, look, I really don't even know what you're talking about, but whatever. I'm like, whatever you say, sure. But, anyway. You gotta work tomorrow?
Yeah.
You said you're so tired?
Yeah.
You always tired.
Yeah, because I always have to work.
I know. Well, guess what? I'm still so badly proud of you, and God loves you. Don't make sure that God's first, even before work. Always keep it first. And I've been turning it when Little Nas X has come on. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Even though I'm still pushing P, I turned the other one.
He's funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, I love you. I'll let you go get some rest in. It's getting late there.
Okay.
Okay. Good night. Love you.
I'm gonna take a shower and rearrange my room.
Oh Lord. Not on these rearranging missions, huh?
I'm just bored with it.
I know. I remember all that. Okay. Well, I love you so much, sweetie.
Okay.
Be careful. Drive safe. Put Jesus first. Love you.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for you.
Good morning. Hey. Hey. I thought you had heard me at first. I was telling this girl she was leaving. I was like,
Oh God, I need to. I don't know. I need to. I feel like I need to say something because I'm not ready to hear yet another a call with Amy. Let me see how long this call with Amy is.
What did she say about Lil Nas X still pushing her conspiracy theories?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I have heard it, but we can't rewind. I couldn't. I was like, oh, I need to rewind for a second. I thought that, but we can't anyways. And then I definitely can't from here. So yeah, I figured that's what it was.
Your app doesn't let you do that, huh?
No, it doesn't.
Imagine that.
What does she mean? I'm still pushing P.
I can't remember what that's about, to be honest with you. So much so that I almost tuned it out. Is it a song?
I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. Pushing P. I don't know.
I don't think it's literal, though. That I'll say. Who says it is a song, right? I think it is a song.
Pushing P? How do you spell it?
I don't know. But they're talking about two different they're talking about two different rappers. So it seems to me, given the context clues, that's like new rap.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
with
all
Future.
about the old school rap. I'm at NWA, Ice Cube, Dre,
I love all rap, but
Tupac.
it's
I don't like anything after the 2000s that much. I'll listen,
not me. I'm Lil Wayne all the way. I think he's the best rapper alive. He's so talented. Doesn't even write down his songs, but don't get me started. But it's a Future song. Future is okay, but I've never heard the song before. So
me neither. Hey, Dr. B, good to see you, babe. It's been a minute.
It's called Pushin' P, like the letter P. Pushin', Pushin, and then the letter P. But Kathy Ford wrote in the chat, Pushin' P like P-E-E.
Like maybe she's got some type of urinary tract situation going on.
Yes.
I feel like the P, like Dr. B said, stands for product.
Yeah. Oh, look what Tess said. She had told me this before, by the way. She says, this is not meant to be judgy whatsoever. However, on TikTok, Harley is totally obsessed with Menendez brothers. She will repost everything about it. Just ironic, as she's the daughter of a,
Yeah. I have thoughts about the Menendez brothers, but, sometimes I feel like just because you have thoughts, you should probably not, sometimes it's best to keep it to yourself, because that case is very, very complex. And I have some questions. And so but when you ask the questions, people tend to take it as if you're not, it's because I don't understand and I need some clarification. I'm not accusing or saying something happened that didn't happen or something didn't happen that did happen. It's just because I have questions.
Yeah.
I have questions, and I just, it is what it is. But this is going to be a rather long phone call from one Amy Lynn. Buckle up. Oh, I see MK Lynn has made it in the building. MK, you're just in time for your favorite baby. Amy L's on the phone now. You love her, darling. God. All right. So
hope you got your bra on.
Where's your bra, MK Lynn? Hey,
sorry, the way you say that, that's identical.
She had that bra in the back seat of the car, Tisha Lynn, and I'm gonna tell you right now, them shorts she had on, her whole cooter was out. Tisha Lynn, now you got to get a hold of that little girl. You be walking around with your cooter out. What's wrong with you?
No, you cannot be walking around with the cooter out.
And just leaving your bra in the back seat of your car. Why would you need a bra in the back seat? What are you doing in the back seat?
Oh my God, I love it. And also Boho, I haven't heard your song about Wade yet. She asked if either of us had, but
I'm afraid. Okay, look, Boho, I get your emails and I love that you send them to me, and I think that it's so cool that you do these songs. But I'm seriously afraid to click links in the emails. We got to figure out a different way for you to send it. Can you maybe upload it to your YouTube channel as unlisted and send me a YouTube link?
Yeah, if it's unlisted, no one will see it, but anyone besides the people that have the link.
Yeah.
Hey, Shauna.
That would work. Can y'all hear him? That is
Thank you, Boho. I'll check it out. Who? No, I can't hear him.
You can't hear him? He's screaming at the door and he's like headbutting it. I'm getting, this time I did get served with a knock warrant, apparently. And when Alice comes, it's no knock. She just barges in. But yeah. Anywho.
I just want to say, you guys, I can see I'm watching chat like nonstop, but I can't comment back, but I'm reading them all because
She can't comment back because she's on that app that's just the bee's knees, but don't work 99.9% of the time.
I'm so sorry. But it's true. Jen's right.
I keep telling her, stop using that dadgum app. All right, well, let's hear from Moa, Amy, and Lynn, and then we're gonna have a palate cleanser, and then
Okay.
we'll, because we all need this. Let me go see what this heathen wants. All right, here we go.
They're like, don't come back. I'm like, she will. They're like, don't run. And I'm like, don't run. And I was like, but make sure
Mind
you
it.
shower because she hadn't showered in 5 days. I got you.
Bye.
Thank you for you.
Good morning.
Hello, Nick.
Hey.
Hey.
I thought you had heard me at first. I was telling this girl she was leaving. I was like, they're like, don't come back. I'm like, she will. They're like, don't run. And I'm like, don't run. And I was like, but make sure you shower because she hadn't showered in 5 days.
Just let that sink in, will y'all? She has not showered in 5 days. This heffalump is judging somebody else's personal hygiene
Yeah.
when she hadn't washed her hair in so long that due to the grease and the weight of her hair being long, it made a whole X on top of her head. Don't make me bust out that screenshot, Tisha. I have it. Okay. Oh, Judgy McJudgerson over here talking about she hasn't washed in 5 days.
Yeah, Tisha, we know your hair ain't been washed in weeks, girl. Please. We can tell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
We can tell, honey. Boho she said she'll let you know when they're uploaded because she wrote one just for you.
Oh, thank you, Boho. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate that, babe. I'm sorry to be a weirdo. It's just, I don't know. I saw something on YouTube like a couple weeks back and I was like, oh God. And so it made me like, maybe not a couple weeks, maybe longer than that, but it made me scared to like click any links and emails. I don't click anybody's links except for El Paso County because I know those are secure. All right, here we go.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Oh my, I didn't hear that. That's funny.
And this one girl, they said she be in the back, like using the bathroom, and her cellmate be like smells like funk every day. I said, girl, I can't deal with that now. I have to fix it myself.
How, like, are y'all allowed to take showers like every day if you want to?
Yeah, girl, there's 4 showers in here.
Shoot, I'd be showering every day, or at least every other day, you know.
Yeah, don't get wrong. Sometimes it's a hassle, like waiting in line. Like you got to go till the person in there, like, hey, I'm next, and keep the line going, you know? But see, well, I cleaned last night, so I showered after I cleaned, so that worked out good. So I didn't have to like run in there first thing this morning because I cleaned up until like 11:30, 12 a.m. So I got to shower after I cleaned.
Right, that's a good time to take a shower.
Well, yeah, and plus two, I knew I had cleaned the shower, so I knew it was clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be kind of sketched out. I don't know about you, but like I'm super weird. Like after I shower, like I always clean the shower out from like top to bottom. And I do it the bathtub too. Like whenever I give the girls a bath, I clean the tub out from top to bottom when they're done.
I want to do it. Strawberry, the ones that's down here are loud ones. Our loud ones are still asleep. So could you let them know when they come out? What you say? I didn't hear.
Oh, are you still there?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to tell them.
Oh no, you're good. No, I was saying whenever I shower. I know you're good. I said whenever I shower, like I always clean the shower from top to bottom when I get out, and like when I give the girls a bath, whenever I get them out of the tub, I always clean the tub from top to bottom too. It's just easier doing it that way instead of letting all like the mildew and crap build up.
Yeah, exactly. And so like that's why I was like, I clean the shower because I was like, I'm going in there that kind of shower to clean. So usually I go in when the door's open at 8. That's when I go because I don't be going in there a lot on the afternoon ones because everybody and mom doesn't shower in there. I would just shower in my bucket. I take the bath in my bucket, but like in the mornings I go. But anyway, that's like girl, she hasn't been in days, so she's really marinated. Where's your cover?
They didn't give you no cover?
But, you know, what are you going to do today?
For me, I got some homework I have to work on at some point today. I don't really have to get it done today. I'm just trying to get it done because I've got 6 days left in these 2 classes, and then I'm super excited because I'm getting a spring break this year. Last year we didn't get one. So when these classes are over, I get a week off of school, and I'm so excited.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you know if you've gotten the money yet from the para people yet?
No, I was gonna ask you to like log in and see if you've seen the update because she did send it off.
Okay, reason why I'm asking is because I dropped my daughter off at school this morning, and then I got a message on Instagram that was from Harley, and she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "What's up?" And she said she had a question, and she wanted to know if I sent out those papers yet with the bank information on them, and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I sent them off with Caitlin a couple weeks ago, so your mom could sign them. So, Paris should hopefully have them by now." And I asked her why, and she said that she logged into her bank app this morning, and the joint account is not showing up anymore. So she thinks it got closed down. She's like, "I don't know if it got closed down or if it's just not showing up on the app." So I asked Harley, I was like, "Can you please call the bank and see if that joint account is still open? Because if it's not, then I need to call Para and see, make them, if they haven't deposited it yet, tell them just to hold up or see what's going on with that." And then I think they said, when I talked to them before, that if for some reason they can't deposit the funds, they'll send a check. But Harley's going to try to figure out if the joint account is still open. And if it is, then great. If not, then I have to call Para and be like, "Hold up, don't deposit it into that bank account because that account is, I guess, closed." I don't know. So I'm waiting to hear back from Harley to see what she's got figured out.
Okay.
So, like I said, worst case scenario, though, I'm pretty sure they said if for some reason they can't deposit the funds, they'll send a check. And they have my address on file. So I told Harley, if they end up sending a check, what I'll do is I'll just expedite ship it to Harley's address to ship and deposit it in whatever account, if for some reason the joint account is closed. I'm just waiting to hear back from Harley to see what's going on.
Okay. All right.
I set an alarm on my phone for...
Crazy.
Yeah, well, she messaged me that today. She was like, "Did you send those forms off already?" And I was like, oh no, what's going on? But it could be, like she said, it could just be that it didn't show up in the app when she logged in, because mine does that sometimes too. It doesn't show all of my checking accounts on the homepage. So it could be that. When I told her, if they did for some reason close it out, I was like, call the bank and ask them to reopen it and just tell them that there's a deposit that's going to be hitting that account soon.
Yeah, because if she hadn't transferred any money over in it, it could be dormant. You know what I mean? And it could be a few dollars over in it until then. You know what I mean? Because what she did was when she turned 18, she just got her own. You see what I'm saying? And I would have to be on there with her. So I'm sure if it went dormant, she could either tell them like you said, something about, "Hey, I didn't know," or "I'll switch the money over in there," or.
I'm gonna log into the Paris thing real quick because I have the login stuff on my phone. So I'm gonna log in real quick and see if there's anything that shows up. I have a feeling it's probably still open. But like you said, they have probably, if she hasn't put money in there, they might have just temporarily shut it down or whatever. So let me log in and see if anything shows up here. Like I said, worst case scenario, they should send a check and then I can just overnight it to Harley if it comes to that.
I have a account in Florida, but I just don't want to say the name, the numbers over the phone. And the problem now is we're not allowed to go in the booth anymore. Remember I told you that? It's all I have to go into the other room, and I'm not about to put my account thing in there. Maybe zooming in or something on the camera or just something. No.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you. Okay, so I logged in.
Wait for them to have it moved to that account, but now they can only come in that contact room.
Right. I just logged in.
I would have to get them to log in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just logged in. It's still showing that your balance is still in their possession, but it's gone up a little bit. It was 2,484. Now it's 2,493. So you got some more interest built up.
Yeah.
So I mean I guess it's good if we don't know if the joint account is still open. It's good to have it deposited yet. But I set an alarm in my phone for I think 11:30 because I think the Paris place opens up at 9 your guys' time. So I set an alarm for 11:30 so I can call them today and just be like, hey, like, did you get the paperwork yet? And if you got it, you know, when will it be, or when do you anticipate depositing it? Because we're trying to figure out if this account is still open while I wait to hear back from Harley. Because, like I said, I haven't heard from her in maybe like an hour or so now. So I don't know if she's working or what's going on, but I don't want to, I don't want to harass her. But she's supposed to call the bank today. So, like I said, when I hear back from her, we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah. So I have a question. Okay, so I requested for them to give me that missing tax return, and they're bringing it, right? But
yeah,
was there a form that had to go with that to request those, or what? Because I couldn't. So like we can log in on here on the tablet and like send the kite to request forms, but like none of those. Nothing like that was listed. It was just asking for a filing year we could request, and the actual form, like, you know, the 1040 EZ to S, whatever. So like all that is on there.
I went and looked to see if I can find an additional form that might have to go with it. I haven't been able to find anything. Now, that one website that I was going to file it through, I just checked the other day. Let me go back and pull it back up, because their website has changed. It no longer says, you know, close to the season. Let me go click on it and I'll tell you what it says. Let's see here. Oh, come on. My phone's being slow. Give me a second to pull it up. Because I wanted to see if they had anything updated, like anything on like forms or anything of that nature. Let me log in here real quick. Okay, it says claim your claim your child tax credit, but it's saying that you can't do any of it. Well, at least on their website, you can't do anything until May of 2022, so 2 months from now. So, yeah, I know. I was like, are you serious? Yeah, because it says you can start the process for May 2022, and then down here it says, you know, if you didn't get the stuff for 2021, that you can go ahead and file it in May of 2022. I was like, oh my goodness. Let me see, because I have a whole bunch of documents saved in my laptop, which I have in front of me. So give me 1 second. I'll see what I've got here.
Yeah, because I was just going to mail it off. I'll have to, like, when I get the form, they give it to me, I'll have to call you back and be like, can you give me that EIN number? Because I have all the information written down. I just don't have that. But that's in the term.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I got all that on my laptop. So find out where I saved it. Here we go.
And then I guess I was just going to put a note in there, like, hey, can I find out about what happened to the 2019? You know,
yeah, I mean, all I got. Yeah. Do they need, or does Caitlin or does anybody need a copy of the 2019 tax return? Because I have the copy of your 2019 tax return saved in my laptop. So if they need it, I can print it out. And
so with the 2019 one, all they keep saying is I have to talk to a tax specialist to find out what's wrong. So like,
what the
heck? I
I
don't have a way to talk to them, because every time if I call in here, every time you dial an additional number, it hangs the phone up. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, if you're okay with it, I should be able to, because I have the power of attorney. I should be able to call the IRS and, you know, explain the situation. They might want a copy of it, so I might have to, like, you know, email or fax them a copy of my POA before they'll talk to me. But I can try that at least, and then send them over the POA forms and see if I can't figure it out with somebody from the IRS.
I mean, because I just need to know what happened to it, because it was like, it used to always like, what, $4,000 and some dollars or something?
Yeah.
It never went into the account or anything. So, like I said,
yeah, if you want, like I said,
I don't owe anything like that, so I don't know where it would have went, you know?
Yeah, well, if you want, because like I said, today all I'm really doing is just working on an essay for school. It doesn't have to be done today, so I'm not in like a super hurry to get it done. So if you want this afternoon, after I pick up my daughter from school, I can come back home and I can reach out to the IRS and just explain the situation. Like I said, they might want a copy of the POA forms, and if they do, I can send it over to them, and then, you know, they might have to wait to get those until they'll talk to me. But I can at least get that started and just be like, we're trying to figure out what happened to, you know, this money from 2019.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, because like I just said, I can try calling here, but it's gonna hang up every time I had a digit. Harley tried, but she was like, Mom, I could never get anyone on the phone. I searched for numbers, and I kept getting this number, and it was asking me to enter in how much a refund was, how much whatever, and I did that. She's like, and I could never get anybody on the phone. And so I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, it takes a while because I had to reach out to the IRS not too long ago for myself to look into this stupid stuff. It was when I was trying to sell my house. The real estate people contacted me and they said that something came up when they were in my social security number, but I had a tax warrant out for my arrest in my maiden name. I was like, hold up, what? So I had to call the IRS and confirm that they put the wrong person's information, like another Amy Williams. They put their information with my social security number. It wasn't me. So I had to call the IRS and get that squashed. But I was on the phone. Well, I was on hold with them for 2 hours before I got a hold of somebody. But I just sat there. I put my phone on speakerphone. And I was working on my homework, waiting for somebody to pick up.
You're like, I don't have a warrant. I don't know what they're talking about.
I was panicking. I was like, I've never been in trouble with the law, especially for a tax warrant. What the heck? I was panicking. They had that, and then they had another thing that was a judgment against my name from
You have 1 minute remaining.
But that ended up not being for me either. It was for somebody else.
That's good they fixed it, because it could have took them forever. You would have been guilty.
Girl, I was sweating bullets. I'm like, I didn't do any of this stuff. But yeah, if you want, I'll call the IRS this afternoon when I get my daughter from school. I'll call them and at least get the ball rolling in that direction. I got a feeling that they'll probably work with me once I prove that I have the power of attorney forms, and hopefully we can figure out what's going on with that. And I have your 2019 tax return here, so any information that they need, I can give to them.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm getting that other form and I'm sending that one off. I just got to wait on this.
Okay.
Whatever. It got to be that one.
Yeah.
I
couldn't find any additional. Oh yeah, I couldn't find any additional forms for the other one. So the one that you're getting should be the only one that you need.
Okay.
And then once I hear back from Harley about the bank, we'll kind of go forward from there. I'm still going to call Para, though, at 11:30.
Thank you for using Global Telink.
All right. So this is going to be, hold on. Let me just get this for Tommy. I don't know why it didn't pull up for you, but I got it now. Let me fix it for you. All right. Really? Hold on just a sec. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. So let me just say something really quickly before we get into that. Thank you for joining memberships, Adrian. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting me and supporting the channel. I appreciate that very much. And Carol, Sexy Wild Thing, McLevin, Carol freaking Claus says, bruh. Jen Lou, thanks for sharing your talent jokes to make us laugh, even on the days we can't seem to find a way to smile. Thanks so very much. You're so welcome. Thank you, Claus. I appreciate that, babe. Thanks for being a member for 14 months. And I appreciate the support. I really do. Thank you. And Casey May, thank you for being a member for 11 months. I appreciate the support. Thank you for supporting me in the channel. And Psycho Cunt, that I just love to say that name. Thank you for also being a member for 11 months, supporting me in the channel. I appreciate that very, very much. There we go.
Isn't it so weird that Amy is in the middle of Harley and Tisha's money? And I don't know. It's just weird. I don't get it.
Okay, here's what I think is going on. And I want everybody to just hear me out because I'm not judging. I'm just making a statement. Okay. I think what's happened is Harley, because of her situation, and she's got to work all the time and go to school. She's busy. Plus, she's young. And so she wants to also have a life on the side. Can't blame her. Okay. Whereas Amy is over here ready, willing, and able to be, at Letecia's beck and call. And so I think that what has happened is Letecia started putting Amy in the middle of it because Amy is, will be the class secretary and do all of the things and ask all of the questions.
Yeah,
and
she's happy to do it.
Correct. And do it right when she asks. That's the deal. Okay. That's what I think anyway.
That makes sense. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. And Amy, for whatever reason, and we don't know, how can we know her intentions or what she might have had planned? I don't know, but something was up. She was very interested in being right in the middle of all this.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. And isn't like Amy was like being in the middle of it and she was just being a helperton to Letecia. No. She was all over the social medias speaking for Letecia.
Yep.
So,
I'll read
that's the
Coco's
deal.
comment and read it so chat knows about these because he may not know what you're doing.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Neat Noodle, for gifting a membership. If you are the person who got the membership, be sure to thank Neat Noodle for her generous gift. Coco says, hey, Jen, Lou, Allie, and chat. Just wanted to tell you how great your Conjuring doc is. So interesting. I love your documentaries. They're so well done. Love it. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm glad you liked it.
And they are so well done. You guys,
Thank
if you
you.
haven't seen Jen's documentaries, her videos she's been posting, please check them out because they are so good and they're just, I know they had to take a ton of time just because of how well done they are. So definitely check them out.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now let's have okay. So before we have our little palate cleanser, here's the deal. All the rest of the phone calls, except for this next one. Okay. Tisha is standing on business. She is very, very motivated and very focused on getting this check. Okay. And so, but it is going to answer a lot of questions by the end of it. Okay.
Okay.
So before that, though, let's have a little palate cleanser. What should I play? Yes. Let's play this one. I haven't played this one in a while.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Perfect. Perfect for listening to Amy and Letecia. And then the cat that's like going crazy on the keyboard. I love it.
I like the one that is with the one that has the glasses on.
Yeah, they're all adorable.
They're all cute. Adorable. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the documentaries. I have the third one. I'm working on it. It's that one is a little bit more involved than the other ones because there's, even though Amityville obviously had a court case, like that wasn't the focus of that specific documentary, but the Warrens actually were sort of involved with what happened in court. And so I feel like I got to talk about that. So it's going to be a little bit more involved. So it'll probably be only like, I don't know, 20 minutes at the most, but a 20-minute video takes forever to edit, as you guys can see. So anyway, I have more coming. I've got one just for Patreon, so I can't wait to show that to you guys. But yeah, so are we ready for the next call?
We are ready. Sorry, I was muted because the birds were freaking loud. But yeah, ready.
Okay, I must tell you guys, this call is going to get awkward real quick. All right?
Okay.
Ratio sales. Okay. Here we go.
Hey, Shacto.
Hey, Shacto. Good to see you. I never can say his name right. And I always end up making it weird. Hey, Shacto. Hey, Shacto. Good to see you.
Actually, a lot of Melissa calls him Shaq, but so it works.
I started to call him Shaq, but then I thought, well, we don't know each other like that. We've only been on panel together twice. And I don't know if it's too soon for me to be shortening his name. And so the toe came at the end of it and it came out real weird. I should have just said Shaq. That would have been less awkward than Shaq toe.
Toe?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, is this Marcus?
No, this isn't the dumb shit. This is Dwayne, the white good guy.
Oh, okay. Well, Dwayne,
Marcus is the dumb shit.
Okay, I'm supposed to let you know that
And who's this?
Boston is gone to prison already.
Yeah, she's in like Massachusetts.
No. I'm letting you know she's already been picked up from prison already.
I know.
Okay.
I know. When did she go?
Huh?
Who is this?
Taylor.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Did I talk to you before?
Maybe, like, she might have had me call you before.
Oh, how old are you? How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
37?
Yeah? So what does Boston say about me?
You're her good friend?
She didn't say anything else? Now, Marcus already knows, too, so you don't need to call him.
Okay. That's
He's
cool.
a dipshit.
Make sure I did that.
Huh?
I just wanted to make sure I did that for her, because, you know, it just depends. Like, I'm 37 today, I might be 42 tomorrow, who knows? And I'm back 32, then I'm back 21, you know, crazy.
Yeah, you're from the South, too.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Yeah. Do you swallow or spit?
Oh, my God. All right. You have a good day. All right. You have
Where's Melody?
Melody? You want to talk to Melody?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, she went to court.
Oh, she did? So I got $21 on the phone, so tell her she's got to call me.
Okay, so tell her $21 on the phone and to call you. Okay, I'll tell her.
Yeah, because I got to use it or lose it.
Huh?
I got to use it or lose it.
Okay, I'll let her know. $21 on the phone.
How many? How many kids do you have? 14?
No, I have 3.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have ADD. Do they have ADD too?
Yes.
They all different daddies?
No, the same.
Okay, so when do you think it'll be able to talk to her?
Melody?
No. Well, when Melody calls me, that'd be fine. But Teresa, how long do you think before she can make phone calls and shit?
Hold on. Yeah. Probably like a week. They said at least a week.
Okay, so did she leave me her property so I could pick it up or what?
She didn't tell me that part. She just, she left about like 4 o'clock. She came in there and got me out of the room or whatever and was like, hey, call Dwayne and call Marcus or whatever. Or tell Marcus on the visit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, Marcus was already gay and he's sitting over Club Q on a bar stool upside down with 3 prints.
Okay, all right. Well, as long as they know,
Okay.
I didn't want him to show up at the visit, but I'll let Melanie know as soon as she gets back from court.
What's that?
I'll let Melanie know to call you as soon as she gets back from court.
Okay. Tina, what's your last name?
Taylor Rains, Rains.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you on Facebook?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so that was awkward, and it got awkward really quickly. Just a little like backstory. Tisha, you know, she's all about helping other people. She's a giver. Tisha is just a giver. And so because she's always got money on her phone, right? She does favors for other people. So there's somebody else in the jail with her named Teresa, and they've already transferred her out of Colorado back to the prison where she's supposed to be at. Okay. And so she's making a call on her behalf. She was looking for Marcus. Unfortunately, she got some dude named Dwayne, and that's the phone call that we just heard. And when she gave some guy named Dwayne her name is Taylor Rains. So,
and when she gives the name, okay, you can obviously tell she's trying to think of something to say.
Right.
Even when he asked how many kids do you have, what do you think about her saying 3?
Well, it's weird to me because if she's Taylor, then how many kids should she have? What's the correct answer?
Well, I don't know, but
Wouldn't it be
Taylor,
4?
well, Taylor is the one that she was even being called that in her regular life before. So part of me is like, is Taylor just Tisha? I don't know, but 3
Right.
is still a weird number. Like, because like you said, 4, we have the son. Because I was
Right.
thinking she would say 2, include him and Harley. But then did she include, like, is it Lena and Gannon and Harley? I don't know. Or is it nothing?
You know what? It could just be that she looked down at the phone, and at the dial
saw
pad
3.
and saw 3, and that's the number her ass picked. Kind of like she was, didn't really know her age. One day I could be 37, next day I'll be 42, then I'll be back to 20, back to 21, then 32
Yeah.
again. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I noticed she did that too. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. She's always up to something. You better believe there's a reason for everything. Or maybe some of it's just bullshit she spends on. I don't know. But for me, I think she's very manipulative. So there's usually a reason.
Right. But I will say this. If she's saying 3, it's likely because she's talking about, that's actually might be the truth. Like she's saying Harley, Gannon, and Lena, right? Because she probably looked it up somewhere where, and this does happen to people who have lost children. They don't really know the right answer to give when somebody asks how many children they have, especially if it's like somebody they're going to be hanging out with, because they don't. So sometimes, let's say they had 2 children and they lost 1. Sometimes they will just answer they'll just say 1 because they don't really want to freaking go into it. Do you know what I mean? Because usually when somebody says, how many kids do you have? You know how it goes on the getting to know you questions. Like if I were to ask Allie, how many kids do you have? And Allie would tell me and I'd be like, oh, well, what are their names? How old are they? Because I'm nosy, And so you don't want to answer those awkward questions. But because it's Letecia, I don't know. Something about that feels like wrong.
Yeah, it does.
No, she doesn't have a jail phone call. She's calling from, she makes calls two ways in jail. She either uses the actual phone or she uses her tablet. She can use her tablet to make calls as well.
Yep.
So, although she did get baby daddies wrong, because technically she should have 2 baby daddies. Harley's dad and then the son's dad, who's also made up as well. So who knows? I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if we'll ever find out what happens with Tisha and the son because we're not there yet. Like nobody ever brings it up. Aw. Thank you, Bouchard. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's very generous, babe.
I'm so sorry, Jules.
I'm so sorry, Jules. But you know how it can be sometimes. It can be awkward and,
Yeah, it definitely can. I definitely know what you mean. I don't know. Weird to hear her talk to this dude, though. It was just all weird all around. Awkward all around.
Now, we have a few more calls. Let's see, 1, 2 calls more, I think, maybe 3. And then the rest of them, although there's 4 or 5 more calls, they're real short because it's one situation that she's trying to resolve. And so, they're quick calls. I think the very last call is only 30 seconds. I think the way I remember thinking about it is that we need to listen to 9, 10, 11, and 12 all at once.
Okay.
So, yeah. So yeah, I guess in a way, yes, Bushi. I guess it's sort of like a jail cell phone, but she's limited on it. She can't just be calling anybody. It's still by the jail rules, meaning she is right. She cannot call the IRS because the way that the jail phones are set up, either the regular, just the actual phone, or if she calls from her tablet, if they hear you pressing buttons, then your call will be disconnected because they don't want people making three-way calls is what it is. And so she can't call the IRS because of that, because they're always, although she could call the IRS, and if you just say agent over and over and over, eventually you'll get through the now you'll be on hold for 50 1100 hours, but eventually they will transfer you. So she could have done it, she just doesn't want to. She'd rather boss Amy around, and Amy wants to do it. So,
Might
it
as
is what
well.
it is. Right.
Yep.
Exactly. All right. So after some dude named Dwayne, or some guy, I think is what I wrote. Now we're back to Amy. So here we go. And I think let's see. How long is Amy's call? Yeah, this is a fairly significant one. And then they start to become like back to back to back. All right, here we go.
For English, press 1. For a collect call, press 0. For a debit call, please enter your PIN number now. At the beep, repeat the phrase. With Global Tellink, my voice is my password.
With Global Tellink, my voice is my fucking password.
Please enter.
So I left that in there because obviously. Did y'all hear that? Sometimes she sings, with Global Tellink, my voice is my password. But today we get spicy Tisha, and it's with Global Tellink, my voice is my fucking password.
Yeah, annoyed.
All right, here we go.
Enter the area code and phone number you are calling now.
I think I just left the whole thing in. Or I might have
Please
cut
hold. Please wait while your call is being connected.
Oh, I guess I didn't. My bad. We don't need to hear that.
Please hold.
Or this.
To accept this call, press 0 and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
girl, there's craziness going on in here.
Oh, you gotta fill me in.
Girl, okay, so we got locked down yesterday or whenever because apparently, again, I ain't gonna say her name, but the person that was in my cell, she had went up to somebody and was like high-fiving them for being here for a murder charge. And then she was like,
it's kind of hard to hear you. You kind of sound like you're far away.
I'm not. I don't know if it's wrong. Is it working now? Try now.
Okay, yeah, that's better. That's better.
The corner might be up. I have to turn this way. Anyways,
Okay.
the person that was in my room, not saying any names, was apparently she had went up to some people before she left and told them the person said she was here. The girl said she was here for like killing her baby daddy or something. And apparently that
What?
Yes, listen, but apparently the person that was in my room high-fived her and said, "Me too. I'm here for murder." And the girl,
What?
the girl listened, and the girl was like, "Oh, well, how many people?" So she lied and told them 2 people. Okay, then she told him, the girl was like, "Do you feel bad about it?" And the person that was in my room was like, "No, I don't feel any remorse." And the girl was like, "Well, as long as you don't feel any remorse, then you did a good job." And they were like high-fiving each other, right? Well, come to find out, so these people, I guess the person had lied to them about the whole situation. And then they found out about it, so they had a whole, with David and lockdown cells yesterday because she had went around telling them that the boyfriend had did it and she was covering. And then said, this whole story, and it was craziness, and, making it sound like it was just 2, rapists or something that she was knocking off or whatever. And then they found out the truth, but it was like her baby. And so they had this whole thing going on down here about the fight Davids and the people in the cells, because she had lied to him and was like, "No, girl, I'm telling you, it was no,
like, just like, yeah, I'm proud, and high-fiving it. And so,
oh my goodness, does she not realize, like, lying to people, like, they're gonna find out the truth, and when they find out the truth, like, that's gonna put like a target on her back big time.
Well, yeah, like, so I didn't know any of this had went on, like. So I come down the other day, because I'm going to tell you what happened last night. That's going to blow your mind more. So I came down that day before, because we had two, out evening, because it was evening. So I came down, and people called me over and asked me, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not answering that. I don't know what she's here for, even though I did know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to tell you. I don't know. Well, the one person that she was dating said, I got the letter. I can show you. And so, remember I told you about the letter? I told her she needed to give it to me or whatever. Like, that had the stuff on there.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't know. I don't know if she's just like a total sociopath with no emotion and nothing. I don't know. But anyway, and I'm not going to talk bad about her because I love her to death like my kid. But, like, so anyway, so all that had happened. So the girl in the daybed was like, threatening the girl inside a room, and then they kept going back and forth on it. And I was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just not. I don't know. And they were like, well, we haven't seen that on the news. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Well, of course, because she didn't have to she was during COVID, so they never had her in jail. You know what I mean? Like during the shots or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just stayed out of it. They were fighting like through the night and everything because the doors were closed. Like the cleaners didn't even come out or nothing. I was supposed to clean, but they didn't even let cleaners out because they were freaking thought they like fight about this whole situation because one was her girlfriend and one was the other girlfriend that used to be ex, and they were all fighting about why she was here and not going crazy. Well, anyway,
oh my goodness.
it was crazy. And they were like, wait till the door opens. Well, their doors haven't opened yet about it or whatever. But anyway. So then last night we come out evening again, right? So we come back out for shift change or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to go make some phone calls because I was going to call you and then call Harley because it was evening or whatever. And we're sitting at the table and I was waiting on phone open, whatever. And this one girl, she runs by. And so this white girl runs by. And she like gets mad in the visitation center. So she like kind of like throws her chair a little bit, It's not at anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's a visitation center. I don't know if she had a visit and they didn't show up or what. So she comes by and the deputy working was like, saying something. So the girl was backing up. She's like, just don't hit me, don't hit me. This deputy, I swear to God, this video, I'm surprised it ain't released to the news. Like, I'm surprised somebody ain't called Internal Affairs, ain't called, like, whatever. This deputy follows this girl through the ward, throws her on the ground, right? And the girl's like,
oh my goodness.
Screaming for help. No, wait. She's screaming for help. Like, we are watching front row seats on this because we're all sitting at the table and we're in shock. She flips the girl over and starts pounding her on her face. Boom, boom, boom. Like, I'm talking about.
Holy shit.
Piss out of her face. Okay. The other deputy's like kind of like trying to figure out like what to do. So she's just like trying to grab the girl's legs because I think she's kind of shocked that a person is beating the piss out of her like this. And so she just, don't you ever come at me again. So like she had like took the mask off when she ran after the girl and like bowed up at her. And the girl was like backing up, but she was still cursing. Now don't get me wrong, she was still cursing, she was still talking shit, whatever. But you should have de-escalating strategies. I mean, you got pepper spray, you got taser, you know what I'm saying? Those are de-escalation strategies. I'm talking about beat the piss out of this girl. She's screaming for help. The people were screaming on the bottom tier. Police brutality. People were screaming on the top tier. And I mean, I'm just standing there like in shock. They were saying lockdown, and I couldn't even move. I was so much in shock. I was just standing there like, like what the hell is going on? Like my blood pressure, I was shaking, my nerves, I was having trauma. I was thinking back about my freaking stepdad used to do my mom like that, like sit on top of her and beat the piss out of her. So I was just like, I was a wreck. And we get upstairs in the room and we're trying to like just calm down or whatever, and then they're still holding this girl down and they put the spit thing over her face. But I'm telling you, they probably put it over her face because they knew her face was jacked up. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying she wasn't trying to spit or bite or something, but that was her only defense, because I'm talking about it was a one-sided street ball. She Ronda Rousey'd her, beat the piss out of her. Like,
oh my God. Like, okay, so I don't understand. Okay, so like even if like let's say the girl was trying to like fight the deputy, right? Like let's say that's what happened, right?
why didn't the deputy like just try to like restrain her or put her in cuffs or something to that effect? Like, why sit there and like, you know, beat her up like that?
Well, typically, okay, people will talk shit all the time. They tell them lock down, okay, and they'll talk shit run around. They'll call a code. They'll get back up, and once the person sees that there's 5 or 6 of them, they'll corner them in, whatever. And then if there's still whatever, they'll pepper spray them or taser them. Most time pepper spray, because they usually don't taser the girls. And then they'll put them in restraints and then take them out of here.
Right.
So there was no code called at the time. It was straight up. I mean, she flexed on her, took her mask off, went after her. I'm talking about like some straight up stuff you would have done like in the cage fighting, some UFC fight. It was Friday night fight night too, and wrestling was out there and everything, and I know wrestling ain't real like UFC fight night, but I was just sitting there like it was some straight up like UFC fight night shit. But except it was a one-sided fight. Like I'm talking about, she was just wailing on her. And I remember, girl, I closed my eyes and opened them back up, and I couldn't, I had to realize, where I was at, because I was starting to, get, queasy. And then she was, beating the piss out of her, and then she looks up at us, and she's swinging her hands down, going, lock, down, don't you. And each time, she was doing, don't you, and each hit was going, don't you ever challenge me.
What the heck?
Girl, I'm surprised that shit ain't made the news. That ain't no video been released. That was straight up police brutality. And I always try to not these inmates be doing the most. You know what I mean? And I know firsthand some of the shit the cops be doing. So I've been able to see both sides of the spectrum. And I usually say oh, well, this inmate done this and they should have met before. I tell you all the time, I'll be like, well, this person was on drugs, they was on this, they was on crazy, whatever.
Yeah.
This is police brutality. If there ever was police brutality, this was it. They came in and was sitting on top of her, and she was yelling for help. Her arms were wrapped around the bed. They were trying to pull her out of the bed because she was on the ground in front of a day bed, getting the piss beat out of her. So they were trying to pull her out. Her arms were locked around there because she was trying to she had rolled her up underneath. Girl, it was bad. That's why they didn't let us back out, because it was so bad that they were afraid that people would act a fool. You know what I mean? But
shit. Yeah, I don't blame them.
About it. People have been sending in grievances.
I don't blame, but one thing that, because my dad's worked at the correctional facility in Miami County in northern Indiana for 21 years now. He's even told me there's lots of instances where the correctional officers or the deputies, whatever, they do things that are way out of the scope of their job line, you know what I mean? And that other correctional officers or the facility itself will cover for these people and make it look like, well, they were in the right for doing what they did, even though they totally weren't. Because my dad told me that, hey, these correctional officers aren't all what they seem to be. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Girl, I mean, I literally was having pure nightmares about it last night. I was so here's the thing though, it was a black cop and a white inmate. That, and I'm telling you, that's how bad it was when the black ladies in here are yelling police brutality.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's bad, girl. I couldn't even, I was pacing the room. My nerves were shot. I kept having flashbacks. I mean, I was just what in the heck was going on? How can you go after somebody like that, roll them over? And they were the deputies were she shouldn't have bit her. Girl, she was already pounding her head. So if she bit her, it was trying to get out of there.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was that girl, right, and the deputy was doing the same thing to me, I probably would have bit her too. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, that was probably her. That had to be her only defense, because when I say she had rolled her over on her, come from behind her, rolled her over and sit on her and start beating the piss out of her. That was her only defense. What was she gonna do? And the other cop grabbing her legs. What was she gonna do? Now Morris that was grabbing her legs, I think she was trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Just trying to get her hold her legs down. But I don't think Morris was realizing that the other cop was beating the piss out of her. Because
Yeah,
the
well,
other cop was just kind of like in shock a little bit. You're like, what in the world?
well, what I do, especially being CJC, you know that the facility is going to totally cover for that guard. Like, if anything ever goes, like, to the news or if people write up all these grievances about it, the facility is going to cover for that guard and be like, well, she was in the right and she had every right to do what she did because, it was an inmate versus a correctional officer. Like, she had every right to do that. Like, no, you didn't, because let's see, the correctional officers, they have, like you said, they have a taser, they have cuffs, they have other means of restraint. And what do the inmates have? They don't have anything. They only have their hands, they have their mouth, you know what I mean? So, like, good on that girl for trying to bite the the deputy.
I could see if the girl had like wanted to fight her, like had swung at her, maybe connected on her, or like the deputy had like ducked and got out of a move or something. Like, then it would have been a fight that was initiated by the inmate, whatever. Then okay, I get it, because I've seen that with another deputy where this crazy girl named Schuster had came out and grabbed the deputy's radio so she couldn't call and started swinging on her, and the deputy turned her over and they were fighting back and forth and they were both throwing punches. Okay, you initiated that on that deputy, so the deputy has every right to defend themselves.
Right.
I agree 100% with what the deputy did on that. When people was trying to say that, I said no. I said she's a human being too. If she came out and snatched her radio off, I would take that as a threat, because
exactly.
Safety. Yeah. So that I understood, but this girl, I'm telling, the girl that did it, she does like pop off.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Oh, thank God.
75% of the people here. And they, you tell them, like, go lock down, you're supposed to go lock down, like, if you're having whatever. My thing is, they know this girl, like, she's waiting on prison to figure out. They know she just talks a lot of junk. She was walking away to go lock down. She's like, please just don't hit me. And was walking away. We heard it. I don't know, they got, the whole recording as far as the audio part, but we heard her saying, please just don't hit me. I'm going. Just don't hit me.
Do the cameras when they record audio?
I mean, they say no, but I believe they do. And I just hope that it didn't magically not work that time, because the girl is saying that. We are 2 tables away from it. And we're hearing the girl say that. And she's pushing, like, she's like stepping towards the girl, backing her down. And the girl's like, please just don't hit me. And then she grabs her by the hair, by the back.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
That story does not make a lick of sense.
Yeah, I was thinking bullshit. And
Letecia talking about, I didn't even know what to do. I was traumatized. Girl, bye. You were over there screaming about, that's a 5th Amendment violation. That's a 3rd Amendment violation. I mean, come on.
I was getting nauseous. She said, and you know me, I'm usually like, if these, I'm police brutality, I usually think that the inmates have done some. You hear me all the time. These druggies in here acting crazy. But no, this was real police brutality. Okay, Letecia. Whatever.
Yes, Lisa. That's what she was yelling. Sweep the leg.
What did she say? I missed that, but sweep
the leg from Karate Kid.
Oh,
the first Karate Kid, not the one with Will Smith's kid, the real Karate Kid, the one with Ralph Macchio.
I haven't seen either one of them.
What?
Bentley loves it though. I know he loves it, but yeah, I've never seen it.
Bentley has excellent taste. You could learn from Bentley. He's watched a lot of good shows.
You're right, he has. Well, not the real one. Not that one, the real one. Funny. And they have a show now on Netflix. It's like, don't they?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I watch it. I don't know how I feel about these last few
he watched that too. What's it called? Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
Yep, he watches that too. So
Oh
anyway,
my God, 9 to 5 is my favorite. I love 9 to 5. Up to now, I've been forgiving and forgetting because of the way I was brought up. But if you make one more indecent proposal at me, I'm gonna go out there in my purse. I'm gonna get that gun, and I'm gonna turn you from a rooster to a hen with one shot. I love that movie. That's Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda, and Lily Tomlin. They're the best, and Dabney Coleman. All right.
Never seen that either.
What? Oh my God.
I know the song. Working 9 to 5.
Yep.
Is that part of the movie?
Yeah, it is. She wrote that. Yeah, that it's played in the song. It's in the opening title sequence.
Yeah, I know the song, but I never seen it. But
what? Oh my gosh, Allie, we got to get you to see some of these movies. Vikram said, "Sing it, Amy."
Sing it, Amy. No, okay. So you said now she's all about business.
Yes, these next few calls are going to be. She's very focused on getting this money, okay, and she doesn't want to escalate the call to Aunt Brenda. It's far too soon to panic. Okay. So this is what these next calls are going to be about, is getting this money. All right. So the next call after this one is Harley. And then another one with Amy. So we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. But yeah.
Okay.
There's like a bunch of calls left, but like only one or two of them are more than 5 minutes. I can't wait for the next season, the final season of Stranger Things, Bogart. I'm so excited for it. And we've been waiting too long. And I don't know what the issue is, and I really don't care, but I'll say this. HBO, I'm looking at you, because they made us wait for 2 years for the final season of Game of Thrones, and now everybody thinks it's acceptable. It is not acceptable. Stop doing this to us. And by the way, there is no new there's not going to be another season of American Horror Story. There will not this year. Next year there will be, but in between they've released American Horror Stories, the 3rd season on Hulu, and then they're doing Grotesque, which is something similar, sort of like American Horror Story, but not.
Oh, so, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and for those of you guys who like the Monster series that Ryan Murphy's doing, the next season of Monster will be Ed Gein. And Charlie Hunnam is playing him. And Ed Gein, if you guys don't know who Ed Gein is the character that Anthony Perkins' Psycho was based off of, and also from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface is loosely based on Ed Gein.
Right. That'll be very good. Mm-hmm. I used to love American Horror Story. I haven't watched it as much the last couple seasons, but I should get back into it. I just never have time to sit down and watch like that. Like I want to, because I like to binge watch. Me too. Yeah, I want to watch it all.
I don't want to wait a week, which is why I have a problem. It's a real issue. But
I forgot they started doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And with American Horror Story, okay, the last season, Delicate, started off and it had promise, and I thought it was really going to go somewhere, and then it just it didn't.
Yeah. And actually, I've only watched them in after they were old, not when they were premiering. Have they always done week to week, or was that a new thing?
No, American Horror Story used to be on FX Wednesday nights. So it used to be every Wednesday, and you could, and you know when the Halloween episode is because it's a little longer. They make it, it's an hour show, right? But everybody knows
that's
with
right.
commercials,
Yeah.
it's only like 45 minutes. But when it's the Halloween episode is usually like the full out, like a full hour with commercials. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, have you, Neat Noodle? Ed Gein is a monster, but also a fascinating monster because he's one of those kind of like Dahmer, but in that people felt that something was off about him, but they would never have guessed how off he is. And there wasn't like a lot of, like, Dahmer had run-ins with the law way before he ever actually ended up, getting arrested and everything happening. But Ed Gein just, I don't know, he's just one of those you don't see coming, and then when it happens, you're just like, what? So yeah.
Well,
Okay, I've been looking
that.
into that one. Oh, yes, you should. Okay, and Carolina says, Texas Chainsaw. I love the way that guy makes monsters. Have you watched the Rodney Ocala one? That was good. I haven't watched it. So it's new. It's on Netflix right now. It's called Woman of the Year. So it wouldn't be like one of those ones that you would it's not like, it doesn't jump out at you as about what it's really about. But I've heard that it's very, very good. And so yeah. Yeah.
Violet said she lives about an hour from where Lorena Bobbitt, what did she say? Call it. Hold on, I'm trying to find the comment. Oh, where Lorena Bobbitt threw her husband's Charlie Brown out the window.
And she did chunk that thing. Yes, Patricia. Yes, all of this. He's a monster, but like until it was discovered, right? The town didn't know. People, I mean, they thought he was odd. They thought he was a little weird, but nobody knew just how much of a monster he was. Like when they went into his house, he had lampshades made from skin. He had a purse made out of female genitalia. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah. He's very, very sick. Yeah. Very sick twist. But I'm curious how Charlie Hunnam is going to play him.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm delayed now on the Starlink. Am I?
No.
Yay, that's awesome.
Yay.
I hate the glitches it does, but it is way faster and everything's much more clear and no delay. So that's awesome. But yeah. And I was going to ask, I can't see do we have like 30 minutes left about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think a couple more. I think there's like maybe one long call with I think Harley, but then it's about the business. So I won't keep you guys too much longer because I know Melissa has a lives coming. So let's get through these next ones. All right. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing much.
What are you doing?
I'm bored and I'm cleaning.
Well, you sound like you got sinuses problems.
I do. It was bad.
Oh, no. You're not at work? Because you don't feel good?
Huh?
You're not at work?
I'm off on Monday.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So just really quick, this one's quick. And then there's another long one with Amy, and then the rest of them are quick. So we'll just listen to this one and Amy all at the same time. No interruptions. Here we go.
Okay.
I tried to call you last night and the night before, and I was like, ah.
I only got your call last night.
I can't hear you. What?
I only got your call last night.
No. What are you gonna do today?
I think I'm gonna hang out with Naya.
With who?
Naya.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said I think I'm gonna hang out with Naya.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's cool. Is she in town?
Yeah, she's still here.
Okay. Was she gonna move her, or is she just gonna stay in Georgia?
No, she's gonna move here.
Okay. She's got to find a job.
Yeah, I think she just got one at Wild Wing.
Oh, okay. Cool. Is she gonna go to school?
Yeah. Gonna go back to school.
Nice. Alrighty, that's cool. Ooh.
Yay.
How about the other day? Okay, so like this girl and a cop got into an argument, and like the cop took her mask off and like ran into the girl, grabbed her by the hair, threw her on the ground, turned her over, sat on top of her, and beat her in the head like over 10 times.
What?
Yeah, like police brutality bad, like not exaggerating, like so bad that they had to like put stuff over the girl's face so we couldn't see how bad she had beat the girl. And the girl didn't touch her or nothing.
That's awesome.
I know we were all up there like, oh my God, you don't have to beat her like that. Well, we were down here. So like basically I was at the table right where it happened. And now everybody was quiet. And we're looking down as she's like chasing her, throwing her, trying to beat her. And everybody was in shock, just sitting there. I'm sure eventually the videotape will get requested, and I'm sure to make news, national news probably, because I'm talking about it was like bad police brutality, like no reason in the sun, like beat that girl so bad with her fist.
That's awful.
And she was like, she was like just screaming and beating her, and like I guess the cop like had snapped or something, I don't know. So like the other cop tells her that's enough for beating her, and she pushes that cop.
What?
Yeah. It was bad.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, and like we all would just up in our rooms and we're just like, y'all, like that's the worst, like to be like right beside, police brutality. It was just awful, like excessive force. They were sitting on her, she couldn't breathe. They like the lady had grabbed her around her neck and like was choking her or whatever she was beating her.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You have 1 minute remaining.
It wasn't like the lady had hit her or anything. It was nothing like that.
Yeah, she didn't do anything.
No, she didn't. She just and it was crazy because the girl was backing away from her, like, just don't hit me again, just don't hit me again. When the lady went after her and threw her on the ground and started beating her, because she had already like hit the girl before.
Right.
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. Oh, did you get it straightened out about the bank account for the thing?
Yeah, I think we figured it out.
Okay. Hopefully that should be on there soon.
Let's see. I still haven't got my taxes.
You haven't? So what is the hold up?
I don't know. It says they're delayed.
Oh wow, that's a long delay.
Yeah, it's been over a month since I was supposed to get it.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, not much. What you up to?
Oh, we're all just sitting here, working on a bunch of stuff,
Oh, what kind of stuff?
Oh, like everybody in here is like got people like calling the internal affairs about that stuff the other day. We got people calling different organizations.
I don't blame them. Shoot, I got that email sent out, by the way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we just got to keep calling people and doing stuff. So everybody's been working on it, doing it. So.
Yeah, do you want me to read what I emailed them?
Oh no, it's fine. I know you can write good, so I know you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent them a nice. I was gonna try to keep it, relatively short, but it ended up being a little bit longer than I thought it would. I put everything in there that I got from you, all the details, and then I put in a little paragraph about, how I know that these correctional officers are taught how to use like de-escalation tactics in situations where they might have to subdue an inmate. I was like, but what I'm concerned about is that this wasn't one of those situations. The inmate didn't need to be subdued. The inmate didn't threaten the correctional officer. The inmate didn't have any weapons. The inmate didn't provoke the fight, nor did she try to continue the fight when it occurred. Although this is a prime example of the law enforcement brutality at its finest.
Oh yeah, we all been on it. Like everybody was grieving on the top tier and the bottom tier, and then people were getting information for different organizations because you have to just keep trying to do more and more and more so that way that video can get shown. Because when I'm telling you, you see the video, it would be a madhouse. How much police brutality. And come to find out, girl, the one deputy goes to grab the lady and told her it's enough of beating her, and she pushes the other deputy.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, when I heard that, I wanted to make sure it was right, whatever. So I asked the deputy that came in here, not the deputy that was involved with it, because she worked the next night, but the one that got pushed. I asked the other one that was working across the hall, and she was like, "Oh yeah, she's like, we tried several times to get her to stop, but she pushed the other deputy."
Holy crap!
It took the guy to come in, drag her off.
I'm surprised they haven't suspended this lady yet.
I'm sure
okay. I was about to say, I'm sure she'll get fired, but they need to at least suspend her before they fire her.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm telling you, they're probably getting calls from different things because people have been calling internal affairs and different organizations and stuff like that. You just got to keep on them.
Yeah, in my email, when I wrote to the news people, I was like, part of the reason why I'm writing is because I feel like this needs to be brought to the attention of the media, and I would, look for the media to step in and see what they could do about, making this a public information.
Yeah.
Shut up, Amy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I lied. I'm going to have to say something here. See, Letecia's not staying out of it. You see how she's running around stirring the pot? I bet she's the one that said, oh, we're going to call internal affairs. You guys got it. Everybody's got to ride a kite. Then she's got Amy over here talking to the media. She's so ridiculous. Shut up, Tisha. And shut up, Amy.
And I think somebody else is working on trying to get it to a national outlet. Because I'm telling you, it would be just like one of the ones I've seen around the world where they went and ran somebody down and abused them based on race. Except this didn't involve race. You know what I mean? At least it was a black cop and a white inmate.
Right, yeah. Speaking of race, I got a funny story for you. So my husband's at work yesterday, and he does the security guard stuff. So yeah.
Okay, I got to tell you guys right now, I have no idea what Amy's about to say, because if I'm going to listen to these with you guys, I can't listen to Amy. I can't listen to the calls. I scrubbed through them, so I have no idea what she's about to say. I feel like it's probably going to be stupid and probably offensive, so just brace yourselves.
Braced.
Everybody brace yourselves. I'm not responsible for the words that's fixing to come out of Amy's mouth. We'll all sit here and be just surprised together because I got no idea. Here we go.
Yesterday, his job was he had to sit in the fire lane of Food Lion in Fayetteville, and basically he just tells people to get out of the fire lane if they park there. So this lady pulls up in his SUV, and he just does what he always does. He gets in his little work car and puts his lights on, and usually that gets people to move, but sometimes it doesn't. So when that doesn't work, he gets out of his car and he'll politely go and tell them, hey, this is a fire lane, you can't park here, but there's parking spots up here where you can park closer to the building if you need to. And this lady, I guess it was an African American lady. So when he gets out and tells her, hey, you can't park here, it's a fire lane, she just tears into him. She gets out of the car, gets in his face, and starts screaming at him, saying that it was a race thing and that he was only yelling at her because she was African American. And he was like, oh, I'm not having this shit, because he's one of these least racist people that I know. And the lady was like, well, how come you didn't tell that other woman in front of me, like, to move? Like, it was a white lady. And my husband's like, I haven't gotten to her yet. Like, I was literally going down the line. You just happened to be the first person in line. And I guess she had someone with her that was inside the store. And the other lady comes out and she's like apologizing for her friend. And this lady is like still in my husband's face yelling and calling him like a racist POS and all this other crap. And he was just like, he called me and he's like, today's one of those days where I really wish I didn't have to be professional.
I know. That's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah, what's some mess going on with that, like, girl?
So aside from all that stuff, how's your day going?
All right, I lied again. So when you say things like, he's the least racist person I know, that's not saying he's not racist, Amy. That's just saying that you know people who are more racist than your husband is. Just, fucking idiot. Here we go.
Pretty much everybody's still just calm, chilling, because a lot of people are still, like, so shocked about stuff. Like, people said they ain't been sleeping at night. That's how bad it was. Let's not over-exaggerating it. That's, like, for real, for real.
Yeah, I put that in my email too. I said, I mentioned that, I wasn't there, so I didn't see what happened. I was like, the one thing that I can, tell y'all for sure was that the other inmates that witnessed this fight take place, they were like nervous and they were shell shocked to say the least.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It definitely was. Yeah.
I could imagine. Shoot, that was probably like, I don't even know how I would react in that situation because. Like I was telling my husband, I'm sure that y'all probably wanted to step in and help the other girl, but like, if you did, like, all hellfire would have rained down on you guys too for trying to step in and help her.
Yeah, I mean, of course nobody went to do anything because everybody was just still sitting there like, what in the world? It's like, because we were waiting on SmackDown to come on. Because SmackDown came on at 7. And I was like, man, that was a true Friday night fight night with only one fighter. Like,
yeah.
It was just that bad. Like, but I think they're trying to figure out, like, is there any, I think they're looking up now the, like, national places or, like, places that do, review police brutality because, this place are trying to cover it up because this place will not want that video to be released. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, like, it gets released, they would be like, it was bad.
That's something I included in my email, too, that, I feel like this needs to be brought to the attention of the media. So, like, for one of the sole purposes, because there needs to be some light shined on how the El Paso County Criminal Justice Center treats the inmates there. Because I had mentioned, I highly doubt this was a one-time occurrence.
Yeah, well, then apparently they said that a person somehow died here the other night and someone beat someone. I don't know if you've seen that on anything, but I don't know if it was true. But the deputy told us that.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Even the guy.
MK, I can't with you.
Guy's channel, and that's odd because they never cut the guys off. They always cut the females off, but they don't cut the guys like that. But then the one deputy that came in the next day was just like, "Oh, it's because an inmate died here. So every time there's an inmate die, they do that." I'm like, "Well, y'all quite lucky that inmate didn't die the other night. Y'all beat down."
Yeah, no joke. I thought that would have.
I don't know if that made the news anywhere or not because they cut our TVs off. But
so I haven't seen anything yet. Now, a couple weeks ago, I remember you told me that somebody there passed away, and it was like right after I got off the phone with you, Harley had messaged me, and she was freaking out, and she was like, "Have you heard from my mom?" And I was like, "Yeah, I literally just got done talking to her like 20 minutes ago. What's up?" And she had sent me a screenshot from the news. So I guess that story had made the news. It was about probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. When that one inmate died, it made the news, and they didn't release the person's name or anything like that. They just said that, all measures were taken to try to revive this person, but they still passed away. And I was like, I wonder how true that really is. Like, how many actual life-saving measures do they try to revive that person?
Well, girl, there's a lot of people don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people doing drugs and doing overdoses and stuff in here. And it happens so much. That's why they crack down so much lately. They used to crack down a lot, but they've been cracking down on these people a lot about the drugs. Because the other day they took someone out of here in the ambulance or whatever from overdoses, and they got drugs in here. So bad, girl. They got as many drugs in here as they do on the streets. You know what I mean? So so they cracked down about that, but like then they said the other person, the inmate, went down there and they got the. This is what was told us, so we don't know, but they said the inmate went down there and I guess they got in a fight and the person died. Well, they've had several deaths here where inmates have either OD'd, fought each other, whatever. But I'm surprised that girl, the way she was beat the other day, that she didn't. I'm surprised she ain't at the hospital.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Did that girl that got the beat down put on her, is she still there, or like been moved to a different ward or anything like that?
We don't know. I mean, probably know she's probably in medical, or we never seen her go across the hall to the hole. So I mean, she may be in medical and all that, but like I'm talking about, it was bad. So.
Shoot, I mean, honestly, if I was her.
I don't know if this situation actually happened, okay? But we all have to remember that Letecia and the truth are in a very complicated relationship. So there might have been some type of situation that occurred, but is it to the level that Letecia's saying? Probably not. She's a known liar and exaggerator. So here we go.
If I was her, I would be, and I don't know what other word to use, but if I were her, I'd be milking it. You know, I'd be like, I want to go to medical. I want whatever treatment you can give me. Like, I want a lawyer. I want everything that I can to fight what the hell happened to me. Because even if that girl was acting out, even if she was being unruly, there's 100 other ways that CO could have handled that situation.
But see, they don't do that with everybody. So, like, the point is, like, you can tell the cop went out of protocol because I'm telling you, there's not a day goes by there isn't someone that pops off and does something, or some crazy person, or someone who's, you know, out there on drugs or something that starts yelling about something, slamming doors, walking them out, and they do what they're supposed to do. They call the code. They all get in here. They tell us to lock down, and then they kind of box the person in and do the measures they need to do. It happens every day. She did not do that. She did not follow the first protocol sign, like nothing. Like she didn't call the code. She didn't do anything. We were also sitting there just watching her beat down before the code's ever called. The other deputy's the one called the code.
So the deputy that did that, how long has she worked there? Is this somebody that is like a regular?
She worked for a while. Yeah, so she knows, and she works in Alpha 2 a lot, which is where a lot of the people are who come in on that stuff and all that, and who just be in a whole nother, you know, a whole nother life. And then, so she's used to people like that. You know what I'm saying? And she knows those strategies. I mean, heck, even I've watched them here enough to know that is not the first sign that they take. Now, if you were to hit them, then yes, because like I said, I was in here with Deputy Riley when someone hit her, and she had every right to like go after them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
The girl took her radio and hit her, so of course she was gonna fight her way back. I mean, like, yeah, that was. I totally understood that. Like, I mean, and the officer was in the right in that one, but that's
what I told my husband too. That's what I told my husband too, because I told him about that, and I was like, this girl, you know, there's situations where like going somewhere with it, and they took the CO's radio. I'm like, that's a different story, you know. Maybe the use of force would have been justified in that scenario because, you know, she had a radio. I'm like, but in the situation here, like this girl didn't provoke the fight, and she was trying to retreat away from the deputy, and the deputy kept advancing towards her. Like, just totally uncalled for. I wonder what that lady, like, who pissed in her Cheerios that day that made her.
Amy, shut your clown ass up. Like, I've had enough. You were not even there. You have no idea what did or did not happen. And here you are running your mouth and alerting the media. I don't need you to stop it right now, ma'am. Just stop it.
Sending emails, doing exactly what Letecia wants your little job to be at this moment. So.
Right? Looking a whole fool.
And
Probably
her little
happen at all like this. Not at all. And here's Letecia out here like that. Who's that lawyer, that law firm that's for the people? Who, whatever that is. That's Letecia over here. You know? Being a whole ambulance chaser, you know, just instigating.
Yep. Nose right in the middle of everything.
Knowing that Letecia's a lying liar face who tells lies. Like, Amy, come on. Like, how many lies have you caught Letecia in just since you've known her? Stop it. This is ridiculous.
I don't want to act that way.
Do you so you didn't see anything about the person dying the other night?
No, not yet. I was actually trying to pull up Google. I was just see if I could find anything about it.
Because like the deputy told us, and I don't think the deputy would tell us,
That's it, Toe Beans. Morgan and Morgan. Thank you.
Girl, they got this one girl in here now. I'm telling you, she's got MS, right? And they're making her do 6 months or whatever. And she's freaking bad. They won't give her meds or nothing. They are just giving her ibuprofen, not her nerve pills. She's been shaking and moaning all night long. And they had to come in here last night. She soaks her clothes from the shaking moan. The girls are holding her right now, and she's in pain, screaming. Like, basically, she said it's like nails are getting, like, hammered in her body. I'm like, why don't we let this girl just go home, be with her family? Like, she is not going to make it long, It's already way progressed.
That's sad.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just Googled it. There's nothing on Google about the most recent one. The only thing that pops up is it was March 17th when that other inmate died, and they just released that person's identity, I guess, a couple days ago. Somebody named Laura Gibbs.
Name what?
Laura Gibbs, Gibbs.
Oh, wow. So that was a girl.
Yeah. But they're saying that there's nothing on here about, like, why she passed away. They just said that she was found unconscious in her cell and that deputies tried all life-saving efforts, but she was unable to be revived.
If you put that girl's Pelham County Danielle Mary, nothing comes up yet, does it? Because I'm telling you, people have been reaching out.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I think it's MERRIT, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, nothing comes up yet. Yeah, just like her case file comes up and some other stuff. Real quick, I think I might have enough money on my account for like one more phone call. I have to call my husband today and have him send me more money to put more money on my call account. So if you call back, you might have to use your account.
Yeah,
and then the other
I'll
thing,
wait.
Okay, the other thing too is I think I'm getting a letter from Tara.
Amy said, if you're going to call me back, you're going to have to use your money from your account. Letecia said, I'll wait. I find that so funny. Tisha, here she is being your whole gopher, and you can't even take one for the team and use your money.
And sometimes she's got quite a bit on there, which I think she uses her free calls for Harley, but still.
Yes.
Or she did,
does.
but
I'll wait.
I'll wait.
Oh my gosh. Also, hang on a second. Thank you, Carolina Hurtado. I appreciate that. Thank you for gifting a membership. If you got the membership from Carolina, please thank her. It was very generous, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. Play that. Oh my God. Hold on.
Real quick, I think I might have enough money on my account for like one more phone call. I have to call my husband today and have him send me more money to put more money on my call account. So if you call back, you might have to use your account.
Yeah,
and then the other
I'll
thing,
wait.
Okay, the other thing too is I think I'm getting a letter from Tara today. I think they might be sending your check here. That's what it looks like. It's a check. I won't know until I get the mail. But if they did end up sending the check here, you want me to overnight it to Harley?
Well, because the bank had canceled.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But does it say online that they cut a check?
No, I logged in this morning to see, and it still shows like your account balance. So when I check my email from USPS, it shows there's a letter coming from Colorado Parent. It looks like a check. I could be wrong. It could just be a thing that says I got the paperwork. I'll let you know.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
I'll wait. Oh my God. Hey, Beverly. Hey, everybody coming in. Oh my God. I can't even. I'm sorry. know why that just tickled me so much. Wait. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. All right. So now there are, let's see. Okay. So the next call is going to be to Amy, then Harley, then Amy, then back to Harley again. And there's minutes, like a few minutes in between these calls, but we're just going to listen to them all the way through because they're all about the same subject, and we'll talk about it. Did you want to add anything to this little call that we just finished?
No, and I'm sorry because I keep muting, but I keep getting interrupted by everyone here. So and that's why I'm like on mute half the time, even when we're paused. But no, that's okay. I don't have nothing to add except it looks like the next call's Amy. Wonder who added money, Amy or Tisha?
It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Because these are all on the 4th. All these calls are from the 4th. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Melissa, thank you so much. Thank you, Jen Lou and Sweet Alex. Did Cowardly Lion tell Teabag she had to use her money if she called her back? Borrow from Peter to pay Paul. I'm dying. Oh, thank you so much. That was so generous of you. I'll wait.
Actually, we might hear it. Well, you might have heard it because, like, sometimes doesn't it give us the total? We'd have to go back and listen, but maybe we would know who added money. But then again, how can you tell whose is whose total? Because
you can't tell. I'm sure there's a way, but just from the audio, you can't tell. And I've never really paid that much attention to it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I've noticed before on Brenda's calls that there's a lot sometimes. So
yes.
Yeah,
but you can't. Yeah.
TK Alley is like, it's okay. I'll wait.
Oh, God. All right, here we go. These are the last few calls, and they're quick. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hello again.
Hey, it should have cost my account, right?
Yeah, you sure did, yeah.
Okay. Do you have an account in just your name?
Oh, shit, indeed. Look at Tisha. I guess Tisha was like, nope, I'm not going to wait. Nope. I'm about that business. I'm finna stand on business. Let me call back.
It's worth it today.
Today it's worth it.
Yeah.
Today it's worth it because you can tell that right when the call starts that Letecia has talked or she's hung up. She's thought about things because this call is at 11:33. The other call was started at 11:10 and they talked for 15 minutes. So this is about, 10 minutes later. Okay. The hamster is on that wheel, that rusty wheel with a bad knee and bad ankle.
Yes.
And she's thinking.
Hell, he's a 3-legged hamster, okay? Forget the bad knee. He's missing a leg.
He's only got one good eye.
Yes.
Oh gosh, yeah.
He's one of the hairless hamsters too. Don't ask. You laugh. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this hamster is in a bad way.
Yeah. Well, he is in Tisha's brain, so
and he's got dementia. Poor thing. Oh God. You know what's funny? I was just looking at this thumbnail. Y'all know I don't have to do very much to Letecia to make her have I don't do any editing. Those are her shark eyes. And it never ceases to amaze me that no matter what mugshot it is, and even when I go back and I look at pictures of her that are not mugshots, she has the same eyes.
Yeah, she does. God, look at him there. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, the light that's in them right here is just the reflection of the flash from the camera.
She really does.
All right, here we go. All right, let me rewind it just a scotch because you can see she's right on that. She's right about that business. Now, what were you going to say, babe?
It just makes me sad because it makes me think like what Gannon had to have seen, and
I know.
yeah. Mm.
I know. It breaks my heart. Evil
Yeah.
ass bitch.
Hello again.
Hey, it should have cost my account, right?
Yeah, you sure did,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Do you have an account in just your name?
I do. Well, yeah, so I actually have 2 checking accounts in just my name.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, since you have the power of attorney, you have like control over all finances. You should be able to sign that. Because what I'm worried about is the account that went dormant is the only account mine and Harley had in mine in her name. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you have the power of attorney, not her.
I wonder if I went to Navy Federal with my power of attorney, if I could be like, I just need to cash this and then I could transfer it to Harley, or if I could put you on my bank account, but she's not here, but I have the power of attorney. Like, if you'd be cool with that, I could just add you to my checking account.
Yeah, that, or like you said, if they'll let you, because I know before when I've had a power of attorney, they've let me like assign the check for the person and put it in my account, and then all you'd have to do then is just upload the money to my account, and then I just tell you how much to send to Harley. But I think you can only do $500 increments at a time or whatever here, and I think it charges like a $7 fee every time, but that's fine.
Right. Yeah. I think, I could be wrong, but I think the mail lady actually, I think I just heard her go by. So I'm getting ready to go check the mail and see. Because like I said, on my email that I got, it looks like the outside of the envelope looks like a check, but I don't know that it is. It could be the check, or it could be them just saying like, hey, we got the paperwork or whatever. So I'm getting ready to go check the mail and see.
Something I know what you're talking about, the one they scan from the post office first to tell you.
Yes, I love that. It's so handy. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll just wait and call you right back in a few then to see. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I'm getting ready to walk out.
I'll give you some time to figure. Oh, you walking out now?
Yeah, I'm actually getting ready to walk out right now.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if you had to like go on a mission, like
Oh no. Luckily, my mailbox is literally like right out front, and I just heard the mail lady. I think it was her drive by. So I want to know if it is the check, and then if it is the check, how you want me to go about handling that for you. Because I didn't know if it'd be easier to try to deposit it into my account and then just do it that way, or try to overnight to Harley.
Yeah, because like that was my thing about that is like unless I could use the account in Florida, but the problem with that is you'd still have to do like the same thing. You'd have to download the app, contact the Florida people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to go through probably even longer process because that bank's only in Florida. And then like.
Yeah. Did Harley ever get back to you about if that account is open or not? Because I've never heard back from her yet. I told her to message me and let me know when she got a hold of the bank.
Well, when
I
just talked to her, she was just like, I think it's figured out, but I'm really not sure. And I'm like, Harley, is it saying on there? So it's like showing up on there. But then she was just saying like nothing was in there. And I don't know if she was understanding what I was trying to say to her. And then I was just like, okay, well, let me just call and see if you heard from them. And I figured if they sent you a letter to be like, hey, we're depositing in this account, or hey, it didn't go into this account, or whatever,
Right. Okay. So I checked the mail. It's not the check yet. I just opened it. This is what it says. To dear Ms. Stauch, we have received your refund request form. In order to complete your request, we require additional paperwork. Please complete and return the right. Please complete and return the forms listed below. It says the notary public certification was not completed. Therefore, you will need to complete a new form. Please verify that the notary section is complete before returning your form. So they're saying that Caitlin didn't notarize it.
Oh my God.
I will message Caitlin. I will literally send her the same thing that I sent over before. It's got everything filled out already, and be like, "This is what they sent me. They're saying that it wasn't notarized. What the hell?"
Oh my God, really?
How is it? That's so stupid. Yes, they literally. Okay, yeah, they sent me another copy of the paperwork to fill out. Like, why the hell? Why the hell would she? If she stamped it, what else does she need to fill out?
Yeah, just ask her, did she like notarize it? Because the mail came back saying she didn't, and that's she knew that because I told her that. I said it has to be notarized, and she said by stamp, like she would get a stamp to get it mailed out.
Yeah, I'll message her and I'll be real nice about it and say, hey, I got a letter and they're saying that the notary section wasn't filled out. Like, I was like, did you notarize it? Like, why are they saying that? Because I know, so when I took the form that one time and I got it filled out and I had it notarized, the lady stamped it, and then she had to, like, there was a couple lines that she had to fill out. Like, she had to put her name on there, she had to sign it, and then put the date, and then I think she put my name, but Caitlin would have put your name because you would have been the one that signed it.
Yeah.
So maybe she didn't do that. Maybe she didn't do that part of it. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, yeah, if you'll just ask her. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
I'll
crazy.
text her. I know, it's so stupid. Like, you would think even if they just put notary stamp on it, that would be good enough. But, I mean, I guess the bright side is that if the joint account that you have with Harley, if it did get closed out, maybe it's better that it worked out this way, because otherwise they may have tried to deposit it in there, and then that would have caused a whole other fiasco, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to call her and tell her she needs to find out immediately.
Yeah, tell her to find out ASAP and then let me know, because if it's not open, I'm not going to put that bank info on the next sheet.
Okay, all right. I'll call you back later before I go in.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, you said you got to figure it out, but Amy said you never let her know.
She said that it would just be mailed.
No, it's not. She said if there's an error, but that's why you got to let her know, because if it gets mailed, it's gonna add a whole other 3 or 4 months to it.
Okay.
Because like they'd have to go through the whole process of doing it, and then realize that if it didn't work, then they'd send a letter, then they'd send a check. You see what I'm saying? And like I don't have anything.
I'll go and see. I'll let her know.
Is it not showing up anymore?
No.
Okay, so basically it's gone then.
But it never gave me it never said the account was closing or anything.
I mean, I understand that part. I'm just trying to figure it out because I don't have anything on my account, and like I'm not, you know what I mean? And like I don't have anybody else to help me.
Right.
So I'm just trying to get it figured out because I can't not eat, you know?
You're eating, hush.
So the Bank of America account, is that one closed too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess let me just call her back then.
Okay.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Yeah. So it looks like
Hello.
Hey. Okay. So yeah, that one did close out.
Okay.
So I guess she said she was like, I was just under the assumption that she meant it would mail, and I was like, well, you didn't let her know, like, you know, what to do or whatever. But
yeah, because when I filled it out before, it said something to the effect of like, if it couldn't be deposited, they might send a check out, but it wasn't like a definite thing, you know. So it's kind of like, I want to know for sure if the account is closed out. That way, you know, if it is closed out. Before I got this letter today, I was going to call them and be like, hey, this account has been closed out, so could you just mail it, you know, either here or like Carly's address. But, you know, now they sent that letter out. I wonder, since they sent over a whole new form, I wonder, should I just put my bank account info on there?
Yeah, I was going to say, can you call them to find out if you're able to add, or because you're handling like the financial thing, and then if you can, then you could just put it on there just for that time being. Because that way I can get, because you have to let her know it'll be a whole new form with a whole new number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The last one was notarized.
Right. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll call Tara today, and I'll let them know I got that paperwork. I'm gonna ask them too, like, was it stamped, or was that whole part just not filled out, and see if they'll tell me, you know, what exactly it was missing.
Okay.
And then I'm like, hey, you know, this is the bank account I put on there before, but I need to change the bank account. Like, is it cool if I put mine? Is that going to cause any problems? And then I don't think so, because it asks on the form, you know, for the account number and the routing number, and then it asks for whose name is on the bank account. So it shouldn't be an issue since I have my name on the parent account. I don't think it'll be an issue, but I'll definitely double check and ask him and make sure.
Okay. Okay. All right, that should work.
Yeah. That's so ridiculous. I just called my husband and told him. I was like, I think Caitlin didn't notarize that form.
I know, this is craziness. And I'm like, that was the whole point.
Right? Yeah, that was the whole point. Like, she even told me, too, that she would handle that. So I don't know, maybe she just got busy and forgot. Or like I said, maybe she forgot to fill out the part where she was supposed to, like, sign her name and then write her name and put the date and all that other stuff.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If it would just find out why she didn't do and let her know, because if you just let her know, it's like, I'm important to get it, because like, I need to put all of it on there, on my account and figure out. That way I don't have to, like, stress about it, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna let her know, too, like, hey, you know, this is the letter I got. This is what they said. I got a new form to fill out, so I'm gonna fill it out, and then I'll scan it in if I got a scanner, and I'll re-email it back to her, and just like, you know, this is of extreme importance, so if you could try to get in to see T as soon as you can so she can sign this one too, like, I would appreciate that.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry there seems to be, like, freaking obstacles every time we try to get this done.
I know. It's absolutely dumb that they're even making me, you know, sign it, you know, so.
Yeah, I guess they're just trying to make sure all their T's are crossed and their I's are dotted, because, you know, it's a decent amount of money, so they want to make sure everything gets handled correctly. I get it. It's just frustrating.
Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. All right, well, then I'm going to save the rest of this to call you back tomorrow then, or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Call me tomorrow, and I'll update you with what I figure out from Caitlin and everything today.
Okay, cool. All right. Have a good day.
All right, well, have a good rest of the day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, bye, you too.
Bye. Hello?
Hey, she's just going to call them and have it sent to her in her account, and then she can just handle it. And I'll just have her give me whenever. Like, I'll just have her give me all the money on my account or whatever.
Okay.
So hopefully she would just put it in her account. So you don't have to worry about the other account.
All righty.
Okay. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, and there you have it. That is how Amy ended up getting that retirement fund money in her account. And I actually think, I don't think that Amy stole the money from her, because Amy wanted to keep talking to Tisha. And so I think that she wouldn't steal the money just because she wanted to still be able to talk to her.
Yeah, you're right. You are right about that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for making these for us. And I love the color, like, theme that you did, this teal with the, matter of fact, it's the exact color theme of, like, the helmet and knee pads and elbow pads and stuff I got Bentley for his birthday. It's like turquoise, a really light turquoise, a darker turquoise, and black and gray.
Oh, I love it.
I love it too, and it looks so good. You always do a good job with the aesthetics.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, see, I just don't think, I mean, look, Letecia signed it over. Let me tell you what I think has happened. What I think has happened is that the failure to fill it out correctly is not on the part of, what's her name? Caitlin. I'm sure it's on Leticia's part. We've all witnessed the way that Letecia doesn't follow directions, even though some of the directions are not only written, but there's pictures. So we've all seen. And so and here she trying to guilt Harley into, you know, you didn't help me out and I'm not eating. First of all, even Harley's done with it, and she knows that's a lie, because the jail provides you 3 hots and a cot. And now it may not be the food you want to eat. It may not be the food that you like, and you're not getting like extras like your, bags of Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that, but you're eating. You're not starving. Stop it.
Yeah, you're definitely not starving.
And why don't you let Maria Sanchez take over? She seems, like we have y'all on all these calls that we've listened to, all of them. Not one time has Maria come out. Not once. Taylor's been, she's talked as if she were Taylor, but never, ever, ever as Maria. Y'all notice that?
Yeah, you're right.
And in April, we know that she is getting ready for another competency evaluation. I think she had one in March, and they're starting to put together her defense. She knows that she's going to have to be evaluated. I'm sure that,
it's crazy because like the first calls we got from like September and the end of August into September of 21, she was acting way more like playing the part way more than she has been recently. Don't you think?
Yes. That's what's so interesting about it. All of this, like before she ever changed her plea to not guilty by reason of insanity, she was, popping off and, pushing buttons and summoning the Volturi and being on the Volturi committee, and the Volturi were going to court with her, but not the well-behaved Volturi, just the Volturi that ain't got no kind of home training, straight acting a fool in the courtroom, excuse me. And so, I can't. But now she's changed her mind, or now she's changed her plea, and she's
more
making
normal
sense.
Yeah.
She's not talking about the son. She's not talking about, the son's father who works for the cartel and had her doing all kinds of things and all,
Yeah, you're right. It's so freaking weird. Look, EVV said Maria Sanchez putting on weight while Letecia's starving. Exactly.
Boom. That's exactly it.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah. So at some point, look, Letecia doesn't trust people easy. And I don't think that it's necessarily that she trusts Amy. I wouldn't use that word to explain it. What I would say is Letecia is very confident in her ability to manipulate Amy and get Amy to do what it is that she wants her to do when she wants her to do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, and I also think that because Amy says that she did, when she got that check, she did what Letecia told her to do with it. She gave Harley money and she gave the rest to Letecia.
Yeah.
And Amy says that that's when Harley stopped talking to her.
Well, see, I think you're 100% right. Letecia doesn't trust anybody. And it's always people that are scandalous like that, manipulative liars, they think everybody's like them. So they're always expecting other people to do what they would do. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
You're so right though, because it's not that she trusts Amy. She might trust Amy because she thinks Amy's such a fan of hers or whatever. She might think, she probably won't stab me in the back, but she doesn't fully trust her.
Right.
And
no.
It's all for the purpose that she can play. It's all the
right.
She can what Amy can do for her.
Exactly. And Letecia can always blame Amy. Amy is also the scapegoat if things don't go correctly. For example, I think Harley has some idea about how much money should be coming, right? And I can't remember exactly how much Harley ended up getting out of that, but the rest of it went to Letecia. And so, and I think that if I had to guess based on the things that Harley said at trial, if I had to guess, Letecia gave Harley very little. Because I remember at trial, Harley said something to the effect of, she didn't even, make sure I was taken care of or anything.
Yeah, we hear an amount at one point? It's been so long, I can't remember, but
I feel like in that interview with Critical K, I feel like Amy did say an amount, but I don't remember.
I don't know
Yes,
either.
this is exactly okay. Well, let me answer Melissa first. Yes, Tisha is still at the prison in Kansas. Her lawsuit for her lawsuit with Topeka Correctional is moving along. The majority of her claims were dismissed, but there are 3 that are that passed the screening. As far as her criminal appeal goes, for some reason, and I don't know what that reason is, her appeal is not available to us. Her criminal appeal. It's not even available to the judge who's overseeing the lawsuit with Topeka Correctional. That judge can't even access those records. It's suppressed. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why. Yes, Neat. It feels like it was somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000, somewhere in there. Yes. So I feel like, yeah. And then there was another question I was going to say. Hold on. There was another question I wanted to highlight, but now I can't remember. Let me find it. Well, hell, I've totally missed it. What was I saying before I answered Michelle's question? I was talking about something.
Oh gosh.
I talk
don't
about
know.
so many things. I know, babe. It's hard.
Plus, I'm looking at Life 360 right now while we're on here.
Oh, gotcha. Trying to keep an eye.
Yeah.
So yeah. Rachel Lee Kranick was the best of that. Didn't give a rat's fat kneecap who was on the stand or what they were saying. If somebody in that courtroom sneezed, Judge Kranick would bless him. So yeah, I think that whatever it is with this, but I think Amy's telling the truth as far as how that part went down with the check.
I do too. Yeah.
I don't think she's lying.
I think she probably is aware she could get in trouble. I think Tisha just, she's the scapegoat, like you said.
Exactly.
Period.
Michelle asked, I asked if Harley wanted all the money. You said she stopped talking to Amy after that. Okay. I can only tell you what Amy said. What Amy said is when Amy got the money, okay, she did what Letecia said to do with it. She gave the amount that Letecia told her to give to Harley, and then she gave the rest of the money to Letecia. And it was after that that Harley stopped talking to her. I don't think that is correct, though, because I think, let's see, Harley would have, well, maybe May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We're in April of 2022. We know Harley says that she stopped talking to her mom around November of 2022. Her Letecia's trial was April of 2023. So I don't think that it took another 7 months for them to get this straightened out. But 3 at most. But Amy had to stop talking to Letecia because at one point Amy was put on the witness list.
Yeah. I wonder how long they make them stop contact when it's, I just wonder how long. Before.
So I think what happens is the both sides submit, but in this case it would have been the state, right? So the state submits their list of prospective witnesses. And when they do that, they typically file essentially like a restraining order, keeping the defendant from contacting them. There's always like an immediate no contact order on the defendant to contact the victim or the victim's family in every criminal trial, like a violent criminal.
Right.
Well, I think every criminal trial, but so obviously Letecia would never be allowed to contact Al, Landon, Lena. Okay. So, but I think what they would have done, and I can go and look on the docket and see how that went down. And maybe I'll be able to understand. EVV says Quincy Brown has her money police's following leads. Yeah. But yeah,
Oh
I
my
do
goodness.
think I think Amy is thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. Welcome in. I think that yes, gee whiz. So then if Harley was a witness, she wouldn't be able to talk to her mom either, correct? That's correct. That's correct. So what we don't know, all we know is what Harley testified to, right? But there was no follow-up because the state that's the answer they wanted from Harley, and that's the answer they got, and so they stopped there. And as far as the defense goes, it would not have done them any good to go at Harley and ask her, well, why'd you stop talking to your mom, or go in on her at all, or isn't it true that you got your mom's money and then you were like, peace out,
Yeah.
But because first of all, Letecia's defense is,
Yeah, I did it, but
yeah, I did it. So and they would have just lost any, it just wouldn't have, there was no reason to do that. So all we really know is that she stopped talking to Letecia in November. I'll have to look and see what the deal is with, like, I won't be able to see the witness list. Usually those are like kept sealed, but I can see when one was submitted. And based on the calls, I can try to figure out what happens.
yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, it's all there is for tonight.
Except for tomorrow, you're doing the Boone and Behavior panel.
Yes.
I look forward to that. And then I'm going to edit
What
these
are you
calls.
doing?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I have a few ideas I've tossed around, but I haven't really decided. But I know I'm going to work on editing calls.
Okay. Well, listen, let me know if you decide that you want to do the live on your second channel, because of course I want to be there, and I will always work around when you want to be live, because I know I have more flexibility than you.
Well, tomorrow's Sunday, so I can. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of I would love to do it. So I'll let you know if I find a time that will work, and I schedule it. I'll definitely let you know.
Let me know, because so that's really all we had tonight. Now I have not in this like folder, there are I stopped at call number 47. There are 50 altogether. So there's 48, 49, and 50. There's 3 left in this folder, and I never listen ahead because usually I get annoyed just listening to them in the moment. So I'm like, I don't try to be, taking a sneak peek or anything like that. But I have a feeling this is going to be the subject for a minute, among other things.
Wait, but what numbers do I have left? The last 3, but what'd you say they were?
48, 49, and 50.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'll get started with that, and then I'll let you know if anything else comes up, and then I'll be there tomorrow I'm excited because I love the behavior panel, but also with her testimony, I think that's super interesting to see what they think about that. So
it is quite interesting. In fact, I was not surprised. Some of the stuff like but I knew they were going to catch or whatever, but some of their reactions were quite similar to our reactions when we were watching it live. And that was cool, because sometimes I feel like with Sarah Boone, like I go in way too hard on her just because she just is so ridiculous and she has like no remorse at all. Like she doesn't even feel 1% bad for what she did. She feels 1,011 billion% justified in what she did. And I cannot wrap my brain around it. And I don't think that that's part of having battered spouse syndrome.
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like it's conflicting because you had like no other choice. It was you or them, and you didn't want to do it, and now you feel awful because it's a conflicting emotion because you're so scared, and probably a small part of you really hated and resented that person, but you also really love that person, as toxic as it is. And there's none of that from her. Nothing. And I feel like, oh my, I go in too hard and I'm too mean and whatever. And then, but when I hear like degreed professionals, right, say, notice similar things, and I feel a little bit like validated, and I don't feel so bad.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you might go a little hard at Sarah, but also it's Sarah, and look how she acts, and like it's like Letecia or any of these people. Like, damn, it's hard not to go hard at them sometimes with the dumb shit they do and their asshole attitudes and their selfish ways and their bullshit lies.
She just, man, y'all, and the thing of it is when she was testifying and they were showing those pictures, and I know people, like, I get it in my comments, and I respect everybody's opinion, and I, however you feel, how you feel, and you're all entitled to that, and I don't judge. But I do get comments when I say this, when I say when I saw those pictures of the marks, I did soften for a minute. I did. I felt, that's when I was really like, oh, holy fuck, what if I've had this wrong the whole time? What if I'm just being a giant like jerk for no reason, right? But then obviously more stuff came out, but I want you to know that, like, I do think, oh, thank you, Evie. Evie, I appreciate that. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. I just, I do think about those things, and I, even though I don't talk about it a whole lot, I have been watching what's been going on with Delphi, and I do have thoughts on it. My problem is, to me, because I wasn't there, I didn't hear the testimony for myself.
I know.
This is why I'm not talking about it and not really commenting on it, because what I'm hearing is somebody else's perspective of what happened in court. And I don't like that. I don't, it's not that I don't think that the people that are reporting on it are telling the truth or are doing a good job. I'm sure that I know that they are, but what they see is important enough that's noteworthy, I might not. And since I can't see the testimony for myself, they might have missed something that to them seems insignificant, but might resonate with me, and it might be significant to me. And that's why it's so difficult, that I wish that they would have allowed cameras in the courtroom. I do. This was a public.
I can't stand it. It's hard to even have like you said, I'm 100% with you. I respect anyone covering it, especially the people there and the people that are watching all the different streams and piecing it together. It'd just be so hard for me to do in depth because I haven't seen it for myself. And with a trial, like, I don't know, I can't take it. I mean, with Lori, when we could only hear, we were like, because we couldn't see facial expressions and body language. This is, it's just too much.
Right. But at least with Lori, we were getting to hear the evidence. We were hearing the testimony. They were saying, well, what do you see in this picture? And that, if there are stuff like that. This was we don't get any of that. And so it makes it very, very difficult for me to, I followed Delphi. I think it's a terribly horrible, they all are tragic and sad case. And it took so long for them to actually arrest somebody that, now that we're at the point where we're at, which now the jury is deliberating, and people ask me what I think. And, I followed it well enough to understand the preliminary evidence, but the preliminary evidence is just that, preliminary. It's not everything. And I have no idea how all of the evidence fits together until I see the trial. And I'm just maybe some of the really, maybe as creators should try and work together to obtain the transcripts of the trial.
Yeah, I would be interested in that, depending on how much it costs. If it's I don't know. I guess it would be a lot, but if people threw in.
Yeah. Well, so let's say this. Let's say that Richard Allen is found guilty. Okay. The first thing that's going to happen is the defense is going to request the transcripts of the trial because they go through it for appeals. So if we can get, if usually what happens is the first person who orders the transcript pays the most. Right. So if the defense orders it first, then maybe we might get, it's not going to be like a huge discount. Like the defense isn't going to spend $5,000 on the transcript and they're going to charge us like $150. It's still going to be expensive. It's just going to be slightly less expensive.
Right. Oh, I don't know. It's something we should definitely think about.
We should figure out how to do it because it bums me out that we didn't get to see it. Also, I forgot how much I enjoyed streaming trials. And so I'm looking for what? Should do
the
what?
hot car. You should do the one that just aired. You could restream it, the hot car death. It was very interesting. And a lot of my viewers, like the people that I did a live the other day and mentioned it, and a lot of the commenters had watched it and people in the live chat. So I think that it's interesting. And it's the lady, oh my God, she testifies for, like, she's in her own defense and she weeps and cries and not a tear falls from her face. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's an important topic because it's something that's preventable, but yet it happens so much. Like this summer, there was like 50, or this year.
I can't believe how often it happens in this,
crazy.
What do you mean, Lisa, that the attorneys get redacted transcripts? What is that? I don't understand that.
Like she's talking about what it costs to go through and redact them.
Oh.
So, no, they wouldn't, but I guess, I don't know. Do they have to pay for them? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. And they're not redacted. So the defense is going to get the entire transcript. And the reason they're going to get the entire transcript is because they're going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb for errors, for trial errors. So like, for example, when Sarah Boone's attorney just recently, they filed a motion to get Sarah a new trial. And one of the exhibits that they put in there is the transcript from the deposition between the state's expert witness, Dr. Werner, the transcript of her deposition, and it's all there. Nothing is redacted. So they want all of it because they got to see that they need to, in order to make the argument for like if Owens intends to argue about this whole situation with the doctor and that her testimony was different and whatnot, he's going to get that. He's going to ask for the transcript, and he's going to go through each exchange to remember so he can see exactly what she said, exactly what she was asked, exactly what her answer, and try to go through that and see if there's a legal argument. I don't think that Sarah Boone has a snowball's chance in hell of getting a new trial, and nor do I think that she deserves one. I think that Judge Cranick went above and beyond, bent over backwards to make that trial probably more fair to her even than he needed to.
God knows we don't need that. But Jen, before you answer that, I'm going to jump down because my phone's dying and my contact is completely like fogged up. I need to go take it out. And and I love you and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for editing these.
Absolutely.
And I'll talk to you in a little bit. And thank you guys in the chat. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.
All right. Bye. OMG. Rando, been sitting here eating pineapple upside down cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. Highly recommend keeping me quiet. Just give me scrumptious food. That sounds delicious. I love pineapple upside down cake. I've never had pineapple upside down cheesecake. That sounds delicious. All right, you guys. Well, I've gone way over the intended time that I intended to. So I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate it so very, very much. If you have not done so and you feel that I deserve it, please do me a favor and give your girl a thumbs up on the stream. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for Sarah Boone versus the behavior panel. All right, you guys have a great rest of your Saturday night, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do. Well, fuck you.
No malicious intent or effort was towards it.
No malicious. Finish her.
Minutes later. We all do a little mad sometimes. Oh.